about 5 to 6 years so far, he says, and he's appeared in such films as The Sounding and Good Friday. He is the comedy chef who wants to know how you doing. He's Pat Marone. What's up, Pat? How you doing?
Hey, how you doing?
And our third judge tonight is an American musician who specializes in escape artist feats and grand illusions. He is the man who gave Chris Angel his wings. He's Scott Interrante. What's up, Scott? How you doing, buddy?
Good to be here, Don.
Yes, thank you guys for being here tonight. And we also, of course, want to give a big shout out to our very own roasting specialist, the Gagoots.
Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Hey, I no kid you not. Gonna be a good night.
Are you ready for this tonight, Gagoots? This is the last of round one.
I'm ready to pound some meat. I'm gonna stuff some shells tonight.
Wow, very
I'm
good.
ready.
You're going to treat them like cannoli shells?
Like a cannoli shell, I'm gonna bite that ass like a cannoli shell. I'm gonna stuff a chocolate chips. They got their own chocolate chip in that cannoli shell.
Wow, he wants to eat that cannoli like ass. Yes,
Hey, no, hey.
I thought this was a family show. What's going on?
That's not nice. That's not nice.
Yeah, he's coming in talking about eating
ass.
cannolis out of people's asses.
I'm a dog of poop over here.
Well, tonight's a very special episode. It's the final episode of round one of our tournament series where all 8 winners from our first season have battled it out. The winner from tonight's show will move on to round 2 and take on Bonnie Scalisi. So one of these two will take on Bonnie on February 15th. Now, this is exciting stuff. And round 2 also begins next week, February 8th, when Mandy Jones takes on Andrew Plagiano. So we got some big stuff
look at
coming
this.
up here.
Heavy hitters coming here.
Yeah, exciting stuff indeed. And the winner of the whole tournament will win a spot on the Governor's Comedy Club main stage right here in Levittown. And dates and times will be announced soon, but the winner will perform on the main stage, and it will be a paid performance.
On a Monday when they're closed.
There will be a prime time show.
No, that's when you perform, Frank.
Oh! And it will be a primetime show and paid. And that's the important thing. So now, that said, let's meet tonight's contestants, everybody. Our first contestant ended her episode with our first and only tie when she took on Justin McDonald in a hilarious showdown. She showed us her tenacity, self-depreciating humor, and of course created the legendary Dick Bumper punchline. She later won the tiebreaker in our first ever fan poll. She's cool. She's calm. She's Kristen Tinsley, everybody. Yes.
What's a Dick Bumper?
She'll explain us the Dick Bumper.
I might. I'll message you.
Kristen, you're holding that microphone like you think it's got batteries in there, and you're gonna.
I was hoping for that. At least that's the only thing you can get through the Dick Bumper. So yeah.
And our next contestant took on Heather Lerman in his episode, and demonstrated his brash, laid-back vibe and cringy, streetwise wit. He's that guy who can get you anything you need. Just meet him behind the dumpster and he'll hook you up. He's Eli Velasquez. Yes.
Oh, is that why him and Benny were behind the dumpster? But Benny was on his knees. I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's how he got the cannolis.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
That's what's up. I like that.
Now, Eli, are you more nervous about the show tonight or the fact that we have a former police officer in the house?
I can run fast.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about it.
I don't run. I live to fight another day.
So I'm good.
Frank does
So I'm happy to
CrossFit.
be here. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm just concerned that you got your name. What is it, like dog tags? You got your name on your arm in case you forget who you are?
No, that's actually my son's name.
Oh.
Very
I
nice.
love that.
Well, way
Everybody
to stick your foot in your
No,
mouth.
not at all. So you forget your son's name.
Way to make a dick out
There
of
you
yourself,
go.
Frank.
Because I have so many.
Now you're gonna go there.
No, yeah, but I really got one.
All right.
Very nice.
And
And
I say I
Eli
love
Jr.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Junior's his middle name.
Oh, there you go. Very nice.
And obviously the reason why I have it on my arms is because that's where you hold the baby.
Yeah.
See the meaning?
And
Gotta be honest with you.
educated
With or without
comedian.
tattoos, you hold the baby in your arm.
Yeah, but
You got to do what I did. I have 5 kids. I have tattoos of them with the birthdays. So whenever I just go, she's
shit,
born
that was
in
last week.
Yeah, she's born in May. Oh my
forgot
God.
to put your
Except it's
wife's
upside
birthday.
down.
You know?
It's gonna be upside down, so the kid was born in September. He keeps giving him gifts in June.
But yeah. So Kristen, how are you doing? You've been getting prepared for tonight's big showdown?
Yes, I actually prepared for the first time in my life. I
Excellent.
prepared a little bit. We'll see. And I get nervous. It's like a blank stare. It's like, oh yeah, I'm not a
Oh,
comedian.
sort of like Pat's comedy.
No, I've done a
yeah.
show with Pat before. He's pretty good.
Listen, I've seen Kristen in action, comedy wise, and
Yeah.
I think she's terrific. I really do.
Did you
Eli, I'm sure you're terrific too.
I'm all right.
Yeah. I'm sure.
No, this is going to be a great battle, and I'm glad that both of you guys are prepared because, I think that's part of the process. You guys have to be prepared even when you're doing the set or
Yeah.
whatever you're doing. And
What's that word?
A set. Like
No, prepared. What's that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They told you that in the
not
movie.
You're a Marine. You're always
peppered.
prepared. Come
Yeah,
on, you're
yeah.
always prepared.
Got one
Well, that
in the
would be the
chamber.
Boy Scout.
Artif. Always ready to fight. And that's a good thing. So, what are some of the things you guys took away from the show from your experience? We'll start with you, Kristen. What did you take away from that show? You had Sue Costello, I remember, telling you a lot of really
Yes.
good points.
Yes. I definitely took away. Do not drink any alcohol before you do the show, because everybody asks me if he can handle it. Everybody asks me. I know. Everybody asks me, "Were you drunk? Were you drunk?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I was kind of drunk." But I definitely took away to be prepared, because I'm the type of comic that I'll prepare, but then I'll go off the cuff.
Right.
So I had to work on it a little bit, and I actually got some pretty good advice from Nigel, and
Yeah.
who actually taught me how to write a bit. So
Yeah, there you go. And it's also good to be prepared even when you're going to go off the cuff.
yes, you have to have something. Like you have to have an idea what you're going to talk about or what you're going to go for. You have to know your crowd. You have to know your audience. So the audience is the whole world out there right now. So we'll see.
Exactly.
And right here, you got a big audience right here. So
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. So what I always like to do is ask the judges before we get started, before we talk to them anymore and get to know them anymore, is based on very first appearance. Those very first time you see them. What are your thoughts? We'll start, Pat. What do you think of these two right now? Just take a good look at these two.
I think they look like two good people, and I think we're going to have a lot of fun tonight. That's what I see. I see a lot of fun.
Excellent. How about you, Frank?
I'm thinking that if I was still a cop and Eli was driving down the street, that's a car stop.
Oh my
Stop
God!
it,
This
Chris.
guy fought for our country.
No,
over
listen.
here, and you're gonna do that?
That's a
Come
car
on,
stop.
You fought in
It
Brown,
happened.
You fought in
It
Brownsville.
happened.
This guy fought,
It
fought in
happened.
Afghanistan.
It happens. I got my PBA and my military card.
They look like they're going to be great contestants. They look like good people because we've been having some fun with them before the show started.
Yes,
so we'll have a
indeed.
good
You
time.
were in East New York getting refrigerators thrown off the roof at you. This guy was getting ducking hand grenades.
And yet it took going to the bingo in Huntington for
To
him.
get
Yeah.
to get wounded.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, don't ruin his punchline.
Scott, what do you think, Scott, so far? Just looking at these two. Here.
Well, I haven't seen either of them. I don't know what they're about, so I'm looking forward to just being the virgin here to your comedy.
Very nice. So he's fresh
Pop
ears.
my cherry. No,
I'm used to that. I'm used to that.
I gotta make sure Benny don't hear that. You know
Tell
what
me
it's like
twice.
around here.
Yeah, the way he was talking about cannolis before, he's really revved up.
All right, so I do want to talk about the fan poll, which is live right now. If you go to Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up Facebook page, it's pinned to the top is our fan poll, and this is an important part of the process because this will give the winner by 9 p.m. tonight of that fan poll. It gets an extra 10 points added to the score, so it can be a make or break type of vibe, and it gives the fans, you people at home, an opportunity to vote for the comedian you feel deems worthy. So Benny, with that said, tell us what the fan poll is all about.
All right, let me tell you what the fan poll is all about. And
you know about polls.
I just want to speak about this fan poll here tonight. Is a record-breaking fan poll because the past 2 weeks we had like over 500 votes, total votes for both contestants.
It was easy
Right.
for you to say, yeah.
2 weeks in a row.
Yeah.
This week we are about 470 votes short of that. So we got like 30
racist.
votes here.
That's
But,
racist.
that's racist. But give me a second here because the pizza man's here.
Okay, it is a small
I thought you had to
turnout.
take a
Extra
leak.
oregano.
It is a small turnout for what we've for the poll, but no matter what, no matter how many people vote, the winner still gets those 10 points.
That's right, because every comedian needs to brand and market themselves to the public, Don. An effort to build a solid fan base This is the live poll that will test comedians' ability to build that fan base and utilize social media to his or her advantage. This challenge also gives comedy fans an opportunity to voice their opinion and vote for the comedian they deem best.
Yes.
So those of you who are watching right now on Facebook Live, come on, 33 votes is pathetic.
And you went to Kristen, too. I mean, he's going to vote for Eli at least.
It is
Come on.
definitely the lowest turnout we've had for fan voting. But
I know 2 people.
but it closes at 9 p.m., so keep the votes coming in. And go to Put Up, Shut Up, Stand Up at Facebook, and it's pinned to the top. You can also find it on Kristen Tinley's Facebook page and also Eli Velasquez on his Facebook page. And I know Benny Gagooch Rizzuti has also put it on his Facebook page. So please vote, and also leave your comments in the comment section, as Benny will read the ones he sees fit later on in the show today. So, that said, what do you guys now... A lot of you guys are kind of old school judges here. We've been around for a while, before social media existed.
Oh, yes.
And now with things like this, how important and relevant social media is. What have, Frank, we'll start with you. What have you done to in social media world to really kind of heighten your career path as a comedian?
You know what? I don't know specifically, but people tell me they see me everywhere on Facebook and social media. You know, I just do a lot of posting, whatever you want to call it. But people are like, oh, I see you. They say, oh, you're the busiest guy I know. It's all smoke and mirrors, man. All smoke and mirrors.
You just put up an image.
You just put up an image. You share it around, and you know. So, but I will. Obviously, it works because people see me everywhere.
And even sharing your guys' material now. So you stand-up sets now. It's not just a one and done. It's at Joe Schmo, open micer. It's now videotaped on YouTube, living forever, for better or for worse. So like, Pat, how does that affect you? Have you having good experiences?
Well, thank God I got my cooking videos to fall back on because the comedy. My Sunday Sauce video is giving me a lot of extra subscribers to my YouTube page, and my YouTube page I'm trying to build up. But and I also was on America's Funniest Home Videos, and I put that, and a lot of people I've got friends with through that too. So, lately I haven't posted as much, but I'm on Instagram, and I don't go on Twitter much, but
well,
it's good.
Hold on, let me just share our thing right now.
You going to share my thing?
Yep.
Oh, is that crotch cam you're putting on now?
I'm putting the crotch cam up. No, I think that social media is definitely important, and I think that people should go watch a Sunday Sauce video, because I actually am using it as a tool to create my Sunday Sauce, and based off of your recipe. So,
Thank you.
So yeah, so you're teaching me how to be a true Italian, because I'm only half Italian. So I was still.
Hey,
Benny will hit me for this.
I'm half Italian too.
Oh, there you go. Very nice.
Yeah.
What's your other? What do you got?
I'm Italian from the waist up, Irish from the waist down.
That's what my from the waist down is my Filipino. I think I got some Filipino blood. But no, and Scott, with the just continue this thread of the internet. What have you been doing now to heighten your career path?
Well, as an escape artist and everything, I spend a lot of time in Facebook jail, so I can tell you that.
Have you ever escaped from it?
From yeah, sure. Just log on a different name.
Oh, there you go. That's the secret, folks.
I should have had you when I was in Riverhead jail. You could have got me out of there.
Escaped from jail.
Yes, I heard. But I've also been in Facebook jail, so.
Me too.
There you go. I've yet to be in Facebook
I've never
jail.
been in Facebook
Yeah,
jail.
I want to keep it.
You guys
that
aren't
way.
doing anything right then.
I've been in the real jail, but not Facebook jail.
Live a little bit.
Yeah, I gotta live a little. I'll put up some political posts and lose some of my friends, and then go in Facebook jail. That is what the plan is, folks. No,
It works, trust me.
that's normally what it does. It's political votes. It's
man.
political things that mess people up, I think. But anyway, without further ado, we're going into the joke writing challenge, which is the first round for these two, Eli and Kristen. Benny, explain to everybody what round one is.
Done. I'm going to explain to everyone what round one is. Round one, the drawing board. Every comedian should write their own material, and this round will test their joke writing skills like no other. Both comedians were tasked to write an original joke with a comedy premise on 5 key words that they received 24 hours prior to tonight's show. Judges give their score based on originality, creativity, style, resourcefulness, and of course, funny.
What do you have in a seizure? What do you have in a seizure?
That's just the way Benny laughs.
You know, Nancy says that's the way he sounds when he's having sex.
We just saw Benny's O face, everybody.
I like the way he went into that, nice and smooth. Can you tell us about it, Benny? Yes, Don. Our contestants will win.
We're getting our chemistry down. We're me and the Gagoose here. So this is the joke writing challenge where we send them
Plenty of chemicals in my car.
especially those chocolates.
This is oregano.
We send them a premise and 5 keywords. So the keywords are all randomly chosen from randomwordgenerator.com. It actually exists, folks. You can check it out yourself. And just if you want random words in your life. But anyway, that's where we get it from. So what we do is we send them that yesterday. So they have over 24 hours to come up with a joke, which is very hard to do, with the premise, I'm getting too old for this crap. And the keywords are preset, flight, idealize, towering, and contrive. That's preset, flight, idealize.
Easy for you to say.
Idolize.
Idealize, towering, and contrive. So those are the words, folks. I'm getting too old for this crap is the premise. Let's see the 2 contestants. Will do a rock, paper, scissors to see who goes first. Are you guys ready?
What are you doing?
Kristen looks like she's getting ready to jerk somebody.
Relax. Relax.
Oh, wait. Oh, so
It's rock,
You're not
scissors,
rolling
papers.
dice.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, shoot. That's how. I wasn't really doing it. I was.
All right, you ready?
You guys do it. I'm just hitting here.
I'll say, ready?
I guess this one's
And
starting off to a
3,
good shot.
2, 1, go. Now you gotta go rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Oh, okay. I
All
don't
right.
know how to play that.
I'll go rock, paper, scissors, shoot. All right, ready? And rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Come on, predictable.
All right. Eli, you win. What do you want, to play it or pass it?
Pass it.
All right, so there, Kristen Tinsley, you get to go
Prick.
first with the jokes.
I have Tourette's. It just
So
came
here's
out.
the premise, guys. I don't know if everybody could read this. I should have made more copies. The premise is I'm getting too old for this crap. Preset, flight, idealize, towering, and contrive.
Okay. Ready?
Yes.
I am getting too old for this crap. I am getting too old to be expected to remember to bring in my plastic shopping bags. Okay?
Nice.
To avoid paying the preset 5-cent fee every time I walk into the food store, I'm already in fight or flight mode. Having to contrive ways to get around the supermom to get the last package of ground turkey. And even though I already have a towering pile of plastic bags at home that I forget every single time. I can't afford to live in Rolls-Royce, Nassau County. I totally idealize or idolize them?
Idealize.
I totally idealize them for still having access to free bags for now.
Very nice.
Very good. Very good.
Good stuff. I love the premise with the bags. That's great.
Good.
Good stuff. So as these guys deliberate and get their scores ready,
What are the scores for?
1 through 10.
1 through 10?
Yep.
Yeah, you can count that.
1
right?
being the lowest, 10 is the highest.
I could count that high.
What do you think, Kristen, of this particular joke challenge today? Did it just come to you? Was it difficult?
I wrote probably 20 different ones out. I actually had a different one about being on an airplane. But then I was like, that's kind of ridiculous and kind of predictable. So I said, you know what? I was in the food store and I'm like, you know what? God damn it, I am getting too old. I'm getting too old because I obviously can't remember to bring my own bags. So.
I think that was a great premise because I just came back a few months ago from Atlanta where we didn't have to, bags were still free.
Yeah.
So I'm all on board with your complaint about paying 5 cents per bag.
It's really bad because you're already paying a lot of money to get groceries and then it's like you have to pay an additional 5 cents per bag.
Yeah.
So, you know.
It
it's
adds
crazy.
up. It adds up.
Does.
But it's also for a nickel, they embarrass you by, did you bring your own
Did
bag?
you bring
And
your
go,
own bags?
No.
And they're like, no, I'm not a responsible adult at all. Not at all. Not at all.
I'm going to add another one into the trash heap there, and
I just use them as other garbage bags inside my house anyway. So
I just don't shop in Suffolk.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's true.
live in Nassau.
And I
Even
celebrate.
when I'm out there, I'll get it home.
Yeah, I celebrate. I use it for cat poop, so, you know.
I
There
bring
you
all
go.
the neighborhood kids in the supermarket and let them carry everything out. For me.
There you go. So we'll start with you, Pat. What do you think about Kristen Tinsley's joke writing challenge? What did you give her?
I think she did a great job, and I gave her an 8.
Thank
An
you.
8. Wow.
Thank you very much.
But the thing is, it was very. She used all the words, and the only thing is the premise could be tough because not everybody knows about the bag thing. That's the only thing I thought. But I thought you did a great job. It flowed, and it's not easy to do
No.
these.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Great
Thank you,
job.
Pat.
Very good, very good. Frank, what do you give her?
I also gave her an 8. I
Wow.
thought it was a good story.
Very nice.
As Pat said, it flowed. It made sense. You worked everything in there. I don't know what most of these words mean, so
I had to look them up too. I know what they mean, but I had to look them up too. So
no, I thought it was very good.
thank you.
All right, Scott, what do you say?
Well, they're really generous. So I'm going to be tough out of the gate. I gave you a 7, but for the premise. I thought the premise was great. You
Right,
could really
right.
go a lot further.
7.
Of course.
Those words were really hard for you, though, so it's not your fault. Just, it's that random generator.
That random
That random word generator.
Yep. And I stick to it. It's whatever 5 they give me, I just do it, even if I'm like,
But-
these words are rough.
But I gotta
Yeah,
say,
yeah.
I think the word. I think it's idolized. I don't. Think
I
it's
thought it was
idealized.
idealized or
I read
it's
a book or
idolized
two.
because when you look at the definition, it is actually that where you think that something is better than what it really is. So that's why I put in
I just think
idealize.
that
Idealize-
Idealize
hanging
means
out.
to be
to
you
idolize
think-
is to
idolize.
worship.
I-
Idolize.
So
is,
ideal. I
is
think
a
you used the
person.
word right in your
Yeah.
joke. Yep.
Of course. Yeah, I was an English major.
Yeah, there
So
you go.
yeah, I definitely used it.
I went to the fresh air class in school, so I still thought it was idolized. So.
All right. Well,
Like
Kristen
rodeo
Tinsley
and
with her
rodeo.
joke challenge, everybody. All right, Eli, are you ready for yours?
Yep.
All right.
I guess so. You
Let-
got no choice.
I'll read it again. The premise is I'm getting too old for this crap. The keywords are preset, flight, idealize, towering, and contrive. And whenever you're ready, Eli Velasquez.
All right, let's keep it short and sweet. All right, everybody knows kids are weird. Sitting at home, minding my business. My son comes up to me. He was like, "Yo, Dad, sometimes in life you just gotta preset the flight and idealize the towering pain of that I contrived within myself." And I looked at him. I was like, "What the hell does that mean?" He was like, "That's just a millennial way of saying, can I borrow $20?" I was like, "Why didn't you just say that?" And that's when I realized I'm getting too old for this crap.
Nicely done. I love how you used all the words in your son's smooth little delivery. That was great. Man.
Very
Fun
good,
stuff.
very
Kids are weird.
Yeah.
Very good.
So when did that one come to you? Tell us a little bit about the backstory of writing that particular joke.
Well, obviously, when you when you guys sent out the words, I was off of work yesterday, so I got this time to sit down as I normally do, having a doobie. You know what I'm saying? As the Ragoots say, a little bit of oregano.
A little oregano in your
my
diet.
sauce.
What'd you call them? The ragoots?
Ragoots, is that
Oh,
what
it's
it is?
gugoots.
Whatever,
Ragoots,
same
yeah.
difference.
You know what a gugoots is?
Isn't it like a zucchini?
It's a long
yeah.
zucchini.
Yeah.
Something he doesn't have.
Yeah, actually.
So maybe it is a ragoots. Everything's in. So that might be the right
That's
name.
right.
It's
That's right.
regressive.
It's
right?
regressing. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
ragoots.
ragoots. It's
I
a
remember
ragoots.
calling
Specialist
It's
sauce.
like,
Here we go. Oh, Goose is pissed off.
it's like when you throw salt on a snail, right?
Yeah.
Usually tracks.
Very
Nah, but
nice.
obviously the word. I ain't gonna lie, I hate that shit. The whole word engine. Like it really gives you some real like stupid words. But I was just sitting there smoking weed, and I was like, all right, what can I do with it? And I was like, the best way to do something with these type of words that's very difficult is just keep it short and sweet.
Yep.
And it's obviously telling the story of something that would normally happen between me and my son, especially how kids are nowadays.
yeah.
They say some crazy stuff and you don't understand it, and that's when you realize, So I think what helped me out was getting too old for this crap premise.
There you
Helped
go.
me out with the words. So it was like I could just babble away and throw those words in.
And I think too, putting the words in your son's voice, really helped it too. Like as that's kind of out of the ballpark conversation.
I
like
call
my
it
son
the
came
millennial
the
Shakespeare
preset.
type
Yeah.
talk. These
Right,
kids
right.
always try to.
Trying to sound smart. Yeah.
You already know. And I figured, all right, do something that's normal, what kids do. They always try to sound like they're a few years ahead of the game, and you're just reading through the bullshit. So that's how I thought of it. That was
Good stuff. Frank, we'll start with you, man. What are you thinking?
I'm giving him a 10.
Wow, a 10.
Giving him a 10.
Wow.
I like how he put it all together. I like how it could have been a rap song.
There you go. Blue Lives Matter, baby.
That's it. I liked it. It was excellent.
Thank
Wow,
you.
you got a 10 spot right there. Okay, Scott, what do you give him?
Like I said, I'm tough, but I gave you an 8. I gave you an 8 because you had the balls to actually stick all those words together and make it work. you know?
Yeah.
And you didn't have to know what they meant because you put them in somebody else's voice.
I did look up contrive. I
But-
did Google that one.
Very good.
But you put it in somebody else's voice, which I thought was great. But I like it. I also like your delivery. Your delivery, just hearing you talk through that whole thing, just seemed very, very natural. So
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, and Pat Maroon, what do you say,
I gave
buddy?
not a 6. I gave him a 9.
A 9.
9.
Wow.
Not as good as Frankie. I thought it was excellent, and I love the way you, like he said, put everything in there together, and it was funny too. It was good the way you used the millennials. It was good stuff.
Thank you.
Wow, very good stuff, man. I'm very impressed with your guys' stuff, and both jokes were great.
Yeah,
both
definitely.
you guys put the
They
effort
both-
in.
they both
and-
did a great job.
Yeah, both jokes are funny stuff. You should do that. Do you do that in your act already, Eli? Incorporate your son and his voice into your act.
Yeah, there's some sets that I have that does incorporate my son.
Yeah,
You know
I
what
think
mean?
that's-
Obviously it's part of my life, and
Yeah.
I put my life on the stage. You know, I figured there's a lot of stuff out here, so
That's
that's common to me that's different from everybody else is my life.
the
Right?
best way to do it. Vulnerability
Yeah.
vulnerability with your life. Or put it. That's
Exactly.
the best way to do
So
it.
I guess that's how I utilize it.
And kids are always good stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a young father. I'm 35, and he's 18. He just graduated.
Oh,
high school,
yeah,
so
wow.
I guess that dynamic is also interesting in itself.
Yeah. How old were you then? Like 16?
I was 17 for a month when he
17?
was born.
Wow.
But he has a 25-year-old too. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I didn't get the results
When he,
back
when
yet.
he got shot.
That's why he was
Still
running away
waiting
from
on
like some
23andMe.
wife. Christian, how personal do you get in your comedy? Do you really reach deep within your personal life?
I was attending my driver's ed class at 17, so I don't have children to talk about on stage. Yeah, I do. I'm starting to incorporate like a little bit more into it. That was definitely one of the advice that Sue had given me that I was good at talking about myself. And I'm not a political person. I don't like to talk about any of that other stuff. So I just keep it, close to me. This way nobody gets offended and, but yeah, I do incorporate myself.
I think that's important.
Did you ever graduate the driver's ed class?
Yes, I did.
Excellent.
I certainly did. Took me a couple times, but I did. Yeah, I definitely
I
did.
definitely think it's important to let the audience know who you are and
Yeah.
some of your who I think that when you get personal, it connects you more with the audience.
Yeah.
And then they're kind of all of a sudden rooting for you, and then
Right.
also your jokes become more funny because now they're in on it with you. They know where you're coming from. you know?
Exactly.
Cool. So for you guys, man, like, what goes into Pat for you when you're writing a joke, and when do you know when it's ready?
Well, you gotta test it out a few times, at open mics and stuff. But there's some jokes that when you feel it, you say this one's going to be a good one, But some jokes you got to work, you got to keep crafting it, going up to the open. That's why the open mics are good because you keep, jokes I've had that I thought were really good and they worked, became better from going to the open mic. So the key is to go to, and I know they go to the open mics all the time, but that's the key. You got to keep working it. You can have a great premise and you think you have a great punchline, but there's always something better. You can add a tag or you can add something to it. But that's what I find. I think you think, and sometimes you think you got a great joke and you go up there and it just
doesn't
goes
work.
bust. It
doesn't-
don't work, and
Doesn't work.
and you're disgusted and you're saying, "What the hell? I thought it was,
It happens.
But yeah,
It
so,
happens.
yeah.
Now, if there's a joke that you guys like, that you made, that you like, but the crowd's just not feeling it, how many times do you go up there and try to push that joke through before you finally say, all right, you know what, maybe I just give up on it, or...
I give up on it on stage. I'll tell the audience. I guess that's not good.
It stops right in the middle of the joke.
I done. I go, wow, I thought that was better. I said, I guess I should throw that out. And I go, yeah.
Actually,
That's when Pat gets applause break.
Hey, I got to get him somehow, right?
So, is that how it is with you too, Frank? When there's something
Yeah,
else?
like Pat said, you can't. And the problem with it is you can do it with one crowd and it may not work, and then you do it the next week and it can be killer, and you say, oh, this is a great joke, and you do it again, it doesn't work. So sometimes you just got to base it on your crowd, and sometimes it just needs a tweaking. They say.
I've had that too. I wrote a joke. I went out and I said, I'm going to use it tonight at the show. It works great. And then another night I use it, it sucks.
Right.
And you get crickets. Like, wow.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And like Scott, the same must go with doing magic and comedy as well. I mean, how much does the crowd matter? The audience itself, is it matter like day of the week, the time, the crowd? I mean,
Yeah, well, the crowds change and everything else. Trying to keep it fresh and trying to keep your material universal, so you could practice the same material all the time, and you know it works basically the same way in every show. And sometimes when a line doesn't work, you could make it work by just crafting, by working around, talking about something beforehand, or maybe taking the line and putting in somebody else's voice, or whatever. You know,
Right.
You know, there's something funny there. I don't give up on things that fast. I'll figure out a way to make it work, because, like with magic, you're kind of limited on the type of humor you could do, because you're not really a stand-up. You know?
Right. Yeah.
You're using it as another prop, as another tool to entertain the audience. So it's a whole different.
Yeah, do you know Kevin Lee?
No.
He's a comic that does magic, and he's phenomenal. I mean, it's hysterical, and it's amazing how you work. I never seen your act, but it's fun. Like, you wouldn't be surprised. Like, he juggles, he does everything. I mean, it's phenomenal. So it was for me the first time I ever seen a comedian do magic in it, and I thought it was great. So
Because Scott, he taught Chris Angel.
oh wow!
Yeah,
What?
he was Chris.
love Chris
He's
Angel. I love
Obi-Wan
him.
Kenobi to Chris Angel's Luke Skywalker.
Every time I see Chris Angel, my mouth just
when he
hits
was-
the floor.
So you can
Back when he
levitate
was
over
younger.
a fishbowl? Like, that's what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, like what?
We worked together for about a year and a half, 2 years at the World Trade Center and everything else
Yeah.
back in the day before.
Before 9/11.
Well, obviously before 9/11.
I mean, was that? I'm not gonna go.
But
I
in
won't go
a
there.
show called Mirage that we
Yeah,
had,
yes.
and we were doing private banquets and corporate parties and things like that with an illusion show and everything. So yeah,
can I ask a question?
yeah.
Is he a weird fucker?
Yes, he-
Is he weird? Like, or is he like a normal, like, cool dude?
He's a
I'm
really-
just, you know what I mean? You never know, because people put the
No.
persona for the TV,
I'll
but
tell
I
you
don't
something.
know.
He's one of the nicest guys, and
Yeah.
probably one of the most normal guys. That
I guess this
he's
is
a
costume
Long
and
Island's
stuff.
own.
Yeah.
He drinks the same
No, I
water.
was just curious. Like, is he a cool dude? You don't know.
Definitely.
Do you have his number in your cell phone right now?
Yes, I do. As a matter of
Let's
fact.
give him a call now.
Call him up. Yeah, call him up right now. Actually, you know what? If we keep talking
on-
about
he
it,
might
might
just
appear.
He's on stage.
Say his name 3 times. I'll appear.
Chris Angel just left us a comment.
Just say his name 3 times.
Yes, his name 3 times.
like
because
Beetlejuice.
Right, Beetlejuice comes from the ceiling.
He's gonna look at me. He was like, "You wanted a beer?"
He turns all our waters into beer.
And then he just doesn't go away. Like anything you want, like he just keeps giving it to you. Like every single time. Oh, you're trying to go to the bathroom, trying to get that piece of shit out of your ass. Here, Chris Angel.
Your ass is clean.
When he was just starting to make it, Mad TV did a spoof on his show, Mind Freak.
Yeah.
I
don't know
saw
if you've
it.
ever seen
Yeah,
it.
of course. I love Mad TV. I saw that.
And I remember talking to Chris about it. I go, oh, that was pretty funny. And he goes, oh, it's hysterical. I go, does it kind of bother you? He goes, hey. He goes, they're talking about me. That's what it is.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Yes.
You don't know him.
exactly.
You're like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah.
The only bad publicity is no publicity. Right?
Exactly. When they
That's right.
forget about you, that's when you're. It's all.
And then you got to
done.
do something. You
Yeah,
got to
you
take a
gotta
shit in the middle of
rebuild.
Times
Man,
Square.
that's where
Yeah.
you got to come out with a sex tape.
Sex tape.
And
Yeah.
you're nothing that either that or love.
That's what I'm missing.
You got to use the N word against somebody and hope that it catches on.
No, so but yeah, I mean, so with Chris Angel, what's one of the biggest pieces of advice that you gave him as far as incorporating any kind of personality or comedy into his act?
Not so much comedy. I mean, he's got a pretty good sense of humor. We used to go down like midnight shopping after drinking sangria at Eisenhower Park and getting thrown out of there with the sunset. And we'd be like food shopping, and I started doing with him what I used to do with my brother, Mark, like late at night when the supermarkets just started opening up 24 hours. He'd be down one aisle, I'd be down the next, and we'd go, incoming, and something would come over the top. So we'd be throwing food back and forth over the top. There's only like 3 people in the store anyway, you know what I mean? And of course with Chris it was fun, and he used it actually in the TV show.
Oh, did he really
Throwing it over the aisle and everything else. And he says, boy, if I only had an orange, it comes flying over the thing, you know, something like that.
Very cool.
So, and he had called me. He goes, they got a little nod for you, on the next episode. But the joke to that was my brother used to do it with pickles all the time. So
Jars of pickles?
I knew just not to be in the aisle next to the pickle aisle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you didn't
Because that was it. And it was always pickles. It wasn't like
He's gonna get hit with the
something
dill.
else. It wasn't like anything else in glass.
Right.
Just pickles, because they just have this distinct sound when they hit. They go, it has this hollow thud sound.
worst
Sound. Do it right in the microphone again.
It's like it's like an implosion type of thing.
Very nice. Now, I did want to say too, before we get to the next round, is that I know I know for a fact that Pat and Frank have both had legitimate careers as a chef and as a police officer, but yet here they are still grinding it out, doing stand-up comedy. Hitting the clubs, hitting the mics, doing what they got to do, paying their dues. What is it, guys, that drives you at this point in your lives to do stand-up comedy?
I enjoy it. I'm not doing it I have fun. I have fun with it. I enjoy making people laugh, and I wish I would have started when I was younger. But I enjoy it. Every time I go up on stage, it's like a high to me,
Yeah. How about you, Frank? I mean,
My wife just wants me out of the house. No, same thing.
That's true, too.
As Pat said, there's nothing better than just making somebody laugh. Whatever problems they got, if they forget them for a few minutes, and it just
it's a great feeling when people
it's
do
a new
come up to
high,
you and say. I've had people come up to me and say, I had a horrible day today. I
Right.
needed that laugh, and that's what we do it for. I mean,
But
it's
I
a-
also, coming from the police and the EMS background, I need an adrenaline rush. After
yeah,
retiring, I don't have that
yeah.
anymore. Chasing people down alleys or down fire escapes. That doesn't happen
now he's
anymore.
chasing
now-
hecklers at
Right,
the
so that never happened. Now I'm chasing hecklers down the fire escape. So I need the adrenaline rush. And getting on stage is the adrenaline rush. I'm Batman, damn it.
how much do you pull from in your act? Do you pull from your days as a police officer, or do you stay away from that?
No, I have a couple of jokes from the police department. The problem is I don't remember. I mean, I remember being on the job, but I don't remember a lot of specific incidents.
because he was always drunk.
So no, I was not.
Maybe a sugar rush
so,
from the donuts.
Oh, wow! Oh, see that? I'm glad I'm in between here. I'm glad I'm in the middle here.
Pat, it doesn't look like you've ever passed a donut.
No, I haven't. Believe me.
All right, let's get
So anyway, I do draw a little bit on that. Most of it though is jokes involving my wife and family life. So
And he didn't have to write them.
Right.
They're all stuff his wife sent to him.
it's pretty much that's exactly that's exactly what happens. Is I'll be discussing something with my wife and I'll say something like, "Oh, that makes a good joke." And then lo and behold, I go on stage, I try, and I'm like, no, that's not a good joke. So it's back to the open mic.
Hey, Don, can I ask something just out of everybody here? How many people get nervous when they're going on stage? Do you get nervous at all?
I get
Before you get on?
a little bit of butterflies, but not nervous like where I'm
I get, like he said, sometimes if it's a real big crowd or you want to do so good, it's not that I get nervous. You get those. It's like before you play sports.
Right.
You always get that butterfly. Same thing.
Well, that's what I meant. The excitement.
Yes.
The adrenaline goes.
Yeah, I always end up getting a little more hyped up in the crowds because I want to really, exert. But it's not a nervous. It's like adrenaline flow.
And what about our contestants here? Do you guys get that little?
Yeah,
that little joke?
Do you have it right now?
I get nervous. Not right now. I mean, no, I get.
Well, you're
before
shaking a little
show,
bit. I seen you.
That's the
I gotta be telling
beers.
people.
He's
Why I gotta be telling
15
people?
Heineken's in. He's pretty calm now.
You know what I'm saying?
You get a little nervous?
No, I mean, I think
Butterflies?
it's only natural. But then, I look at the situation as why am I doing this? And at the end of the day, I also start getting arrogant with myself. And I'm like, oh, dude, you got fucking shot at in Iraq and Afghanistan. Stop being a bitch. Get up there. And then I
you
realized,
face
like,
real
once you
shit.
hit that first joke, too, and you get people to laugh,
That was
Well, we
Carla
have to
Okerson. She was closing the door.
I'm going to say, it sounded like a WWE match for a second.
So he's a little nervous.
Well, he's having flashbacks from the military.
You're getting that, you get that
I'll
mentality.
tell you something. To this day, and I've been doing it for a long time, I still, every single show, right before I go out there, that thing where you say, I've done this, I've done that, you had to talk,
You got
talk
to.
yourself
But
and
the
say,
nervousness
why
is
are you
normal.
still getting nervous?
Right, right.
And afterwards, or as soon as you get out there, it goes away. But I think I do that because I want to still enjoy it, and I want to make sure I always do a good show. I'm afraid that one day I'm going to go, get up there and my time is over. and
I feel like if you don't
they're
get
gonna
nervous,
go,
you're
"Man,
not really
that guy
that
That's what they
Right.
say. They say
Right.
if you stop getting nervous,
Yeah,
then you lost
exactly.
it. You lost
Exactly.
the love
Before
of
I
it.
So I
go-
was curious if you still, if you.
I'm confident in my shit, but at
and
the
if
end of
you
the day,
have
I
it,
get nervous.
Like
You
you
know
was
what I
talking
mean? It
about the
happens.
adrenaline rush, and you were talking about the butterflies. You need that. You need
Yeah.
that, and it could be very,
Humbles
it
you.
could be the thing. It could be the thing that breaks you, especially when you get nervous and you go out there and this joke didn't work, that thing didn't work, that.
Yeah.
It could break you, but you got.
I used to get very, very nervous before when I first started doing it. But now it's just like, I have, like him, a cocky, arrogant attitude about it. And I'm just
That
like, all right,
pushes you
I
up
have
there, yeah.
confidence, yeah.
Good.
And if I mess up, no one's going to know if I mess up or not because I'm not going to ever let you see that I
Yeah, as long as you don't go,
Ever.
oh,
my God, I totally messed that up.
oh, forget.
Never.
Hold on a second, reread it or something,
Never.
or re-say it.
I remember going into golf tournaments and I shaking, putting a tee in the ground on the first tee. It's amazing. Like, you play this game all the time. So it's the same thing with comedy. You're anxious, and when you get up there, and after you hit the first drive, you relax again. It's the same thing with comedy. After you get right out there, you're back to normal again after the first joke.
Actually, Pat, that was probably because you were thinking in your head if you remember to put pants on as you're bending down to put the tee into the ground.
I think I should.
He has
do that
that
when
same
I go-
fear
I
when he
think
goes
I-
on stage.
I think I think I should do that when I go on stage. I'll probably get more laughs.
Oh, I forgot to put pants
And
on.
then
It can-
Benny
it
will
can
be
get
there
that
with the
bad.
cannoli, right, and make that noise, and make that pickle noise.
That's what noise it makes.
But now we're getting close to our premise pressure round.
Oh, God.
This is the round where we'll have Benny explain in a minute, but this is probably the toughest round to me of the whole thing. This is one that they can't really prepare too hard for. This kind of comes at them at left field. So we're going to go into premise pressure. Benny, tell them what premise pressure is all about.
Hey, Don, I think it's time to tell them what premise pressure is all about.
Yes.
Okay, this is round 2, boys and girls. And you too, Pat. Comedy can certainly throw a lot of curveballs, and sometimes you have to think quick on your feet, just like they did with the Houston Astros. So round 2, premise pressure. We will see how fast these comedians are with a variety of comedy premises. Each comedian will be given a variety of random comedy premises and must fire off a hilarious punchline with each premise they are given. They will have 2 minutes on the clock.
All right, so there we have it, folks. We're going to be throwing premises at these contestants in 2 minutes. So you're judging basically on how many premises that they hit and the punchlines and if it's funny and all that good stuff. So, Eli, it's your turn to step up, and you're going first. Are you ready, Eli?
Absolutely
Are
not.
you ready? Are you ready, judges?
Fuck it, bring it.
And here we go. We'll start with Pat and work around, okay? So it's Pat, Frank, and then Scott and Traponte.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. And 2 minutes on the clock. And premise time.
All right, addicted to porn.
Addicted to porn? I mean, obviously, you can't spell addicted to porn without dick. That's it. No, there's no such thing. There's no such thing as addicted to porn. It doesn't exist. There's no point. That's it. It doesn't exist. Addicted to porn is bullshit. It's bullshit. If you're addicted to porn, what? You're at home jerking off to a computer, but yet if somebody goes out and rapes somebody, that's a bad thing. Addicted to porn, come on, stop. If somebody's behind, no.
I feel like that was a closing argument at a trial.
I had to,
Anyway.
especially with you here.
I'm going to go with alcohol.
Alcohol, love it. You know what I mean? It's the next best thing to water. I mean, think about it. Jesus turned water to wine, so that's self-explanatory. Alcohol's awesome.
Do you drink a lot when you're watching porn or no?
They go hand in hand, baby.
There you go.
Hand in hand. Laptop on one, beer on the other. No, that third hand.
I was
Somebody
gonna
got to
say,
give you the
someone's
courtesy
gotta
reach around.
right?
Yep.
Premise?
No.
Disney.
Disney. Oh, man. I actually got Disney Plus. And I didn't realize how much of a bitch I am because Beauty and the Beast, awesome movie. Aladdin, it was all right. I didn't like the new one. The old one was definitely better. But, you know, Fargo, oh, great. Loved it. You know what I mean? Awesome. I recommend it. Flubber, remember that? Flubber, great thing. I love green things. You know what I mean? Flubber, weed, lettuce. You know what I mean? That's it. I love it. That's it.
Right, Pat.
Disney's awesome.
Midget wrestling.
Oh, I love going to those small events.
All right.
I'll go with funny lines from a movie.
Funny lines from a movie.
For
Wow.
$5, for $500.
Now the best line I ever heard. The best line I ever heard. I forgot what movie it is, and that's definitely the weed kicking in. But because of this line, I always say when I eat good food, and it's like because he said he was eating this food is so good. He was like, "God damn it, this food is so good. If it had a pussy, I'd fuck it." That was the funniest line ever.
And time, Eli Velasquez with Premise Pressure. Wow, good stuff. How you feeling after that one, Eli?
That was horrible.
It was rough.
It's rough. It is. I mean, I thought of some of those, and at the end of the day, I failed. But I do in life. You know what I mean? But I live and I learned. And it's a good thing that y'all hit me with them. But I think it was trash.
I just thought it was funny to hear him do Disney and go, Aladdin was good. The second one was good, but the first one was a lot better. You know, you know, someone like you would normally be talking about like a, you know, Bruce
I can
Willis
give great
movie
movie
right
names.
now. You know what I'm
Bruce
saying?
Willis movie.
Instead, he's talking about Aladdin.
I thought he was a little guilty with the addicted to porn thing.
Right.
Yeah, he was like defending
Explain
himself.
himself.
But that's okay. It's almost a little Richard Pryor-ish. It's almost a little,
Can
you
I
know.
miss something? I went to the porn convention in New Jersey a few months ago. I met some porn stars. I'm one myself. Holla.
That's where the midget porn comes in, huh?
There you go. You know what I mean?
Nicely
Small
done.
prices, small dices. Yeah. Nah, but.
All right.
So what
You hear about the 100-pound midget with 50-pound balls?
wow, that's heavy.
They said he was half nuts.
That was a good one.
Nice.
That was a good one.
Nicely
Should
done.
open with that the next show. Pat.
That's an old joke.
Of course it is.
So we'll start with Scott with the scoring. Scott, what do you think of Eli and his Premise Pressure antics?
I'm going to give him a... I love his delivery on everything, but need a little bit more humor in there. You know, it's very hard to Premise Pressure, so I didn't write it down, but I'm going to give you a 7.
7. Wow, for Eli Velasquez.
All right.
I'll take it.
Pat, what do you got for Eli's Premise Pressure?
7.
A 7 also. What do you think about his performance there?
Well, I never seen him in the midget porn, but I don't know what his performance is going to be. I thought it was, it's a tough round. I mean, any way you slice it. But like he said, he should have a little bit more punchlines to it. He seemed like he was on trial. He seemed like he was an impeachment.
it's hard.
He
It's
was at
hard
the
to do.
impeachment
He
trial.
was at the
It's hard.
He's defending porno and the addiction to porn pretty damn hard, I'd say. No pun intended on that one. All right, Frank, what do you give him there?
Well, I have seen him in midget porn, and that's why he didn't get a 7. No, he got a 7. He got a 7 because same thing. I think he was very quick. He was able to answer everything, but he needed a little bit more humor.
Very good. Very good. Well, you heard from the judges, and now we're getting ready.
It's
Kristen.
hard, man. We know it's hard.
Yes, it's
Who, the
very hard.
midgets?
No,
Midgets
to-
were hard,
just to do
too.
this,
Especially the one with the big giant
Oh,
balls.
this is tough.
Kristen, so you set? You ready?
Yep.
Are you
I'm
feeling
ready.
good?
Yeah.
Are you getting that little adrenaline rush that Scott was talking about?
I might pass out from that adrenaline rush. I'm a girl after all.
Well, we're going to start this one with Pat. You start shooting them out there. We got 2 minutes on the clock. Are you ready, Kristen Tinsley?
I'm ready.
And here we go. It's premise time.
Interrupted orgasm.
My orgasm got interrupted with my old ass hand cramped up in a Charlie horse. Next.
All right. Let's go with asshole cats.
Asshole cat. Oh, gee, let's see. I don't know. My cat is an asshole. People used to think that cats were actually very highly intelligent and guardians, but they've also evolved to be dick blockers because they attack your feet when you're trying to have sex with the guy that's in your house.
Causing the interrupted orgasm.
Of
Yeah,
course.
there you go. It all connects. Scott, what do you got for
Elementary school.
Elementary school? Oh my God, elementary school. You know what? I can just leave them all at their bus stops and keep driving because I'm actually a bus driver. They are the worst, most horrible, loud, and their brains and attention span are the same as a goldfish.
Wow.
Yeah. Next.
Pat?
Autocorrect.
Autocorrect. Duck autocorrect.
Never heard that.
That was good. Yes.
There you go.
Let's go with angry rappers.
Angry rappers? Get the jail cell ready. You can't trust them. You just can't trust an angry rapper. It's like, what do you have to be angry about? You make millions of dollars a second and every girl wants to fuck you? You ain't got no reason to be angry. They're just not angry. They're just spoiled prep school boys from Glen Cove.
They're posers.
Posers, yeah.
They're fronting and perfect.
Word up.
Scott.
The IRS.
The IRS. What is that? Internal Revenue Service?
yes.
Are you sure you don't mean IBS?
No,
Because when they come knocking at your door, you're definitely going to be shitting yourself.
All right, and time. Very good.
Yes.
Kristen Tinsley coming through with the premise pressure.
Thank you.
She has some good ones there. You feel relieved that we got through that round?
Yes.
I know that's the hardest one. I mean, it's just
That's what she said.
that's what the little midget said too,
Yeah.
with his big giant bowling ball, balitos.
I feel like I'm on the match game when you go.
Right.
I know. Right? All right, so this one we'll start. I think we start with you, right, Pat? On this one.
All right, we'll start. I'm going to give her an 8.
An 8. Wow,
Yes,
very
yes,
nice.
yes. I thought she was very quick, and she had some pretty good ones in there. And but a couple of them, the only knock I had, a couple of them were a little longer. You should just get to the punch right away. But other than that, they were good. I enjoyed them.
Excellent.
Gave her an 8.
Wow.
Same
an 8.
reason.
Wow.
She came up with some quick stuff there. Where I like the IRS to the IBS and
Yep.
tied it all together. So very good.
Wow, very cool. And Scott, what do you?
I gave her an 8.
An 8. Wow,
And I
very.
like the way you switched the IRS to IBS because you had a joke for it.
And
Mine was
besides,
thinking
he
to be
has
able
the
to-
IBS, so
Right.
he related
Oh.
to that.
And he also has IRS
You
problems.
never
So
he's all anything that has I blank S in it.
Yeah.
Scott is
Hey,
affiliated.
I hate both of them. So there you go.
apparently, Mike Favor must want to be on this show because he's thrown out all sorts of ideas about what he would have done. So
Oh, my God.
perhaps we should get him on this.
Yeah.
I don't
Very
even
good.
know who Mike Favor is.
No,
I don't either, but he's
email us at put up, shut up, stand up at gmail.com if you want to be on the show. Hey, so keep on leaving your comments. Benny's going to read some in a minute when he gets it back in here. And we also have Arnie Price for a word from our sponsor. But before I do that, I just want to ask you guys one question about premises and coming up with premises in your acts. Where do they come from, or is it the joke that comes first and the premise follows? How do you? What's your structure when you write a joke? Frank, we'll start with you here.
Well, usually, like I said, a lot of the stuff comes from conversations with my wife. So I tend to come up with the premise or the topic first, and then work out the punchline. Because sometimes, even though something you say is funny and it sounds like that's the punchline, it's not always that way. Sometimes that's actually the premise to open up the joke. So,
and when you guys are starting your careers, and how long would you say it takes to find your voice, to find your personality, who you are, like on stage?
It takes a few years.
it takes a while. I mean,
a
I'm
few
doing it
years,
5
yeah.
years, and I'm
Still
still
finding
finding
it,
it.
yeah,
You know,
yeah.
and I think it helps. I've worked with different comedians. I've worked obviously Stand Up University. I worked with Stevie GB, and now I currently work with Paul Bond. But also through my acting classes, it helps you find your way. You know, because a lot of it is sometimes it's not what you say, but how you say it, and the act out or the animation of the joke is really sometimes what puts it over the top.
Are there any comedians that you kind of structure yourself after? Like, who's some of your role models, Pat?
I don't structure any of my jokes after any comedians, but role models in comedy, I was a big fan of Don Rickles, Eddie Murphy, George Carlin, guys like that. But I don't. I have my own type of humor and stuff, and I like you said with the question with the premises and stuff. I just write down premises. I don't even write the joke out. I write out the premise and then I work the joke out in my head because I'm not really a literate like Kristen.
Well, kind of like what we're doing here.
I just write a premise down and I go with it and I keep working it.
Yeah.
And
The
I
worst
use
though
it
is
on
when you
memory.
get it and you forget to write it down and you're like,
Oh,
damn, I
yeah.
had
I'm
such.
gonna remember this. I'm gonna remember this.
Yeah, you try
5 minutes
to-
later.
I had that happen today. I had
Goldfish.
something. I'm like, damn, that's gone.
Weed's a hell of a drug.
So
Yeah.
yes,
These candy canes are the shit.
Eli is loving these candy canes. He's got the munchies for
He
some
just
strange
drank a
reason.
case of beer. And he's shaking again because he got to figure the bill's coming soon.
No, I already paid it.
Well, right now you guys could take a little like 2-minute break. We're gonna have Arnie Price come in here and do our game for the MHL.
nobody asked how you.
Multiple
Island-
listing service.
It's Island Ice Hockey, and this is when Sam, you could put that lower when he talks. That Island Ice Hockey.
He talks loud.
All right, here he comes, Arnie Price, everybody.
Right.
Looks like Gordie Howe.
Is sitting at,
I get a chair.
yeah. And talking to, make sure you're talking to the mic.
There's a left going, a left and a
Arnie.
left
This is
and a
Arnie
right.
Price.
Or maybe Bobby Orr. He looks a little more like
He
Bobby Orr.
does.
It's funny. I didn't recognize him. You usually see him banging
But
up
he had
against
the-
the
He had the
Yeah,
red
like
on.
you
I had to
said,
say
you were
Gordie
his
Howe. Yeah.
Arnie Price was a contestant on our show, and we love him so much that we keep bringing him back to do our Island Ice hockey promos. So, Arnie, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. I'm something. Look at this crew of guys. What the hell, man?
The gang that couldn't shoot
I think
straight.
maybe like 100, 200, 300, and a grandfather.
Hey! Very
What I
nice.
got to tell you, Island Ice Hockey by MHL, weekends to weekdays. We got a team for everybody, from someone that's 16 to even someone that's my age. Yeah, I can play. I think you could play. I don't know about you.
Ty, you could be the goalie.
I used to play. ice
No,
hockey.
we got a goalie. I'll go tell you the goalie in a minute. But we got the team for everyone. We really want everyone to come sign up. You go to the internet and you go to islandicehockey.com. If you don't know what .com is again, you're kind of old, you guys.
Hey, I have black and white TV.
Hey, listen.
Right, he's still got a Commodore 64.
Listen, he has an excuse the way he looks. He was playing hockey when they didn't
20.
use
That's
helmets.
it. They can hit the head you when he dies. But for the older guys, you can dial 631-262-0543. But you got to let them know Arnie sent you.
Oh.
Now, you know what
All right,
we're gonna do,
Arnie.
though? We got someone new. We got a goalie that could kill him. Gagoot.
He's the goalie.
I'm gonna kick you in the cannoli. That's the son of Don Amici. You see, you got him as a goalie. He don't even need a mask. Look what he look like already. I've got a good insult for you, but I might save it for the contestant. You son of a bitch. But if you sign up, maybe you could be on our team. I don't know. Maybe you could sign up and get our team. I'll
He
let you
likes
play
you,
with
Frank.
the
He's the
stick.
only one he wants on the team. All right, so it's islandicehockey.com. Call 631-262-0543 for more information. Arnie, what are you thinking so far of these contestants today?
Oh, I love these contestants. I really do. I think they're really funny. The judges, you guys are being very good to them. The judge I had.
Oh, come on. I was one of your judges.
Scott was
No,
one
no,
of
you were good. It was no. I had the girls.
The two girls.
Oh,
You just
my
weren't too
God.
funny. That's why.
I didn't
Can't
give
blame it
enough
on the
money.
judges.
At least you, I gave you.
Only a poor mechanic blames his tools.
You know why, Arnie? You didn't pay him enough.
Exactly.
Yeah, there you go. You got to pay.
I was short the cash. I offered them other things, but like
Also short.
that
So-
didn't get me too far.
So now you're on a hockey team. Tell me a little bit about your hockey team.
My hockey team consists of all women and Gagoos. We're undefeated.
You said all women.
I mean,
I gotta learn that ice
as soon as they
skate. Wait
get
a
close
second.
to the goal and they look at him, so oh shit, they don't get no goals. So that's why you got to go join up with Island Ice Hockey.
What
by
position?
NHL.
What position are you on the
I'm
team?
the left position. They left me out most of the time.
Very nice, Arnie Price.
Guys, thank you. Just want to give one plug. April 25th, I'm going to be here at Governor's.
Yes.
You got to come see me.
You
April
look like you got
25th.
hit with too many pucks.
I know where to find you guys if you don't come.
April 25th.
April 25th.
Come see Arnie Price here at Gov's at the Little Room.
Yeah.
He's going to be performing live. You can see the amazing Arnie Price live, everybody.
guys.
Hey!
I love you, Arnie.
And we just seen him live here today.
Arnie,
The whole thing.
I know you.
See you,
If
my
you
friend.
stick around, we'll have you come back on. But if you got to go, that's cool. Whatever you want to do, my friend.
You got it.
You're the best, buddy.
Thank you, guys. And good luck to the contestants.
Excellent,
All right.
Arnie Price.
Yeah.
Is Gagoots out there?
Yeah, you
I want
see.
to see if the Gagoots could read some of our some comments and if anybody from our and remember everybody.
What, he
vote
bring a
on the-
pizza with him?
on the fan poll. Go to the fan poll and put up Shut Up Stand Up.com. Put up Shut Up Stand Up on the Facebook page. It's pinned to the top. Get your vote in now because the votes matter. This is a very neck and neck race right now. These comedians are both bringing their A game, and it could come down to this fan vote. So make sure you get your voice heard. Gagoots, what do we got cooking? What are people talking about on?
We got a lot of people that talking over here.
All right, what
A
do
lot
they
of
say?
people. No, Don, in all honesty, no, all joking aside, because I'm not funny. But no, all joking
You don't
aside.
see anybody arguing with you.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, you friggin' hack son of a bitch. So, Bonnie Scalisi's watching. Of course, she's excited.
Hello, Bonnie.
Michelle McDonald says, good luck, Kristen Tinsley and Eli. So I guess she
Right.
wants another
The
tie.
comedy community is supporting their fellow comedians.
Andrew Plaganos, of course. Then we also have Johnny McDonald is watching, and
Johnny-
of course
Johnny's a
my
good man.
favorite ladies from down under.
Ah, our
the,
Australian connection.
The
drunken?
drunken. No, what are they?
Down underwear.
The real
Under your apron?
Yeah, underwear. No, the real drunken housewives of Australia are big fans of Gov's Radio.
Oh,
Wow,
okay.
So
very
they watch
nice.
a lot of the shows, and they watch. So good day, ladies.
Are they your groupie too? Are you fans of the Gagoots?
Yeah,
They love
yeah,
the Gagoots.
they love the
We're
Gagoots.
sending them dick pics.
How can
Joan-
you not like the Gagoots?
Yeah.
And he's got his son, the baby Gagoots. I named him
Yeah,
the
yeah,
Gagoots.
yeah.
Yeah.
My baby Gagoots.
Yes.
Joan Groupie Asher is watching. Johnny McDonald, of course, I said that. Mike Favor, who has been voicing his opinion and how he would do
Nice.
things. He wrote it first. The squad is out. And Michelle McDonald's watching. Tom Murphy's watching.
Very nice.
And Jeff Bosey,
Bozy.
Mark Mazzy.
So we
and
have
he
7
wrote-
people watching.
What?
I have 17 actually right
We
now.
got right now 18 now because
Yeah,
I'm on.
nice. They're
Mary
coming
Mazzy said she gave not a compliment to Kristen. She said she's boring. So, you know,
That's
you gotta,
not
hey,
nice.
hey,
That's
no,
not nice. You
listen,
gotta give the people
listen,
a lot of credit for
listen,
getting
Yeah,
up.
they
You know?
prepared
You
to
got to
come out
step
here.
it up. This
Yeah.
is a friggin' competition. We're in the playoff round now, all right? What do you think? You know, we
Look
got
at
the
you,
Super
you can't
Bowl.
even keep your mustache
I can't
on.
even. You got me so friggin' excited. I'm losing hair over here.
Yeah, we gotta
Benny
be
is
nice.
passionate.
people.
Right.
A lot of
All right.
passion today. It's this is the end of round
Mandy
one.
Jones is watching.
Mandy Jones.
I love Mandy.
Mandy, she's a good
Oh,
kid.
she's
yeah,
great.
yeah.
She's great.
I love all the ladies on
she's
Three's
a-
Company. And Tony, of
I
course,
love
as well.
Mandy, but I told her she's a 12-year-old boy with a vagina.
Oh, snap, crackle.
Oh,
I got
Mandy,
you.
I hope
What?
you got a good comeback for that.
Wow.
Oh, look,
she's-
she was being nice. She said, "Hey, Benny Gagoots."
Yeah, now
She said, "Hey, Benny Gagoots."
She actually said also a vagina you won't get.
What? Come on, I'm a married man. Listen.
There you go. No,
I'm
no
a married
vaginas
man.
for
I
the
haven't
Gagoots.
seen vagina in 20 years. Mike Favor wrote before when they were doing the
premise?
joke, not the premise,
Oh,
the
joke
other,
writing challenge?
the joke writing challenge. He said I would have done a whole set about not knowing how to use any of those words in a joke, and I wrote him back
work, yeah,
that
if you do it right.
that's pretty funny. Yeah, try. Michael Zimmerlin, yeah, I believe that.
all right.
Greg
Easy for you to say.
DiFilippo, who's a big fan
yes,
of ours,
good. Hey, what's up,
is
Greg?
watching. Mary Mazzy, she said
Mary,
that she
how are you?
deserved a 10 before.
Oh, wow,
And
okay.
so
Well, keep on voting, everybody, and urge your friends on
Wendy's
Facebook to vote.
watching.
Hey, Wendy.
So, hey, Wendy,
My
love you,
fiance.
Wendy.
Bring us a
I
couple
love
of
you.
hamburgers.
Yeah, go to the drive-thru. Wendy's, bring us some burgers. We all
Ronnie
love it.
Welsh, we got a lot of people watching here.
Heather Lerman is watching. Heather Lerman just gave
Heather
me a-
Lamon, she's
Hello.
great.
Yeah, she
Bill
was.
Hansen. Mandy Jones wrote, Benny, I'm going to kick your ass in the parking lot when this show is over.
Very nice.
I just love to make fun. She's a doll. She's a sweetheart.
She
Good
really
She's
stuff.
is.
like, yeah.
So keep
They
the
all are.
comments
Bonnie
coming
is.
in.
Everybody
Yeah.
is.
She's
Thanks
like-
for watching, everybody.
Yeah, I call Mandy, I love you, really. Yeah, blonde bitch Bobby. No, I just
Mandy,
18.
I'll tell you, Mandy, when you get in here, bring yourself a tire iron or something.
Take out the Gagoots.
Oh, there.
Get him by the back door, Mandy.
Bonnie Scalisi, she texted me yesterday, said, the next show I'm going to make you my bitch.
Oh, shit.
And I believe her. I believe her.
I do believe
Look
they
at
can make that
Can
happen.
anybody get a film on that
I know.
mustache?
The mustache keeps coming off.
Hey, I got the glue. I could glue it on.
Glue.
So,
But then-
Can we get a camera on that mustache?
oh, we will. Gagoots, are you ready for the roast battle?
I'm ready for the battle.
So I think the first one is Kristen.
Okay.
Bring Kristen in. We're going to bring Kristen Tinsley in for her big battle.
First?
Yes.
All right.
And you're going to rock it. The mustache keeps falling off of the Gagoots' face.
Oh, you're not gonna face me?
Oh, he will.
Alfredo
He's-
Gagoots.
Oh, he's taping it. He's got tape.
He was giving out too many
Let the
mustache
folks at
rides
home,
tonight.
make sure the folks at home can see his tape job. Oh, it fell off completely.
You need to use.
Oh, he's got it back up in his
got a
pocket.
spare.
You got a square mustache.
I love the
latex
Gagoots.
in order to make that stick.
I got liquid latex, all right?
Liquid latex.
I know you use
That's
liquid.
the only lay you'll get.
Yeah.
Oh.
She uses liquid latex to keep her boyfriends around.
Now, what is that? What do you got? Duct tape
So
on there? or no?
Gagoots, Oh, wow. I thought that was that was very sweet. That was very nice.
You got it upside down now.
So, Gagoots.
Screw you, and my hat is over there. I threw at you before. Give it back to me because I know I'm going to be throwing more
Hey,
shit
the
at
Grateful
you.
Dead.
Hey, there you go.
Gagoots is a deadhead.
Hey, so Gagoots.
That's
Autographed by Jerry Garcia.
You can smoke it later.
What have you been doing, Gagoots, to prepare for Kristen Tinsley tonight?
In which way are they preparing for him?
For the roast?
As I said into the paste, I love this girl. I do. And I feel bad for all the things I said about you in the last show. But I'm not going to feel bad tonight.
Don't feel bad.
No, I know it's
That
all
charges me up. Don't take it easy.
It's all in fun. It's all in fun.
My nipples are sensitive. I am not.
Nipples are sensitive.
Yeah, your nipples, they're sensitive, all right.
All
Why
right,
don't
so
you test Benny's nipples out and see if
Whoa.
they're sensitive?
Is his wife watching? Oh, sorry.
yeah, twist
And
a little bit.
Sorry.
Later on,
My wife's going to send you a
he's going to
thank you
show
note.
his Gagoots.
My wife's going to say thank you.
All right, Sammy, you ready? We're going to go to the graphic, and I'm going to explain to everybody what's going on. All right, so when performing stand-up comedy, comedians should know how to handle hecklers and be able to roast a person at the drop of a dime. So this round, these comedians have to face off and trade insults with the one and only legendary Gagoots for 3 whole
Legendary,
minutes.
all right.
3 minutes.
And he bought us a pie.
This will test.
Benny heard drop of a dime and he thought dime bag.
This will test each comedian's roasting skills and sharp comebacks, and also there's
But he's going to have his own show, the Bong Show, instead of the
The Bongo Show.
We'll have
I like
the,
that. Bingo bongo.
we have the joint
Bring your
rolling
bongo.
contest coming up soon, and then the how to pack a bowl. All right, are we ready to rock and roll? Are you guys ready? Kristen, are you ready to
I
battle?
am ready.
Gagoots, are you ready to battle?
Always ready.
Oh, yeah. I'm running on gas.
3 minutes.
All right, this is being timed, Benny.
My stove is
3 minutes are going to be
I
on
gotta
the
waste
clock.
the time. What do you think? I got a 6 minutes worth of jokes? You son of
Your wife, you don't have
damn
6 minutes
It
worth
might
of
take you.
anything.
It might take you 6 minutes to fix the mustache.
Oh, man.
You can do 3
You-
minutes and 3 minutes at the same time. I think that's the whole idea.
You scooch a mezzanine.
Here we go. 3 minutes on the clock, and roast them.
Go first.
Oh,
Ladies
you want me to
first.
go first?
Okay, I go first.
All right.
Pink Floyd made Dark Side of the Moon after they saw you naked.
Oh, yeah? Your wife said that about your underwear.
That's right, yeah. I got a half a moon underwear there. At least I know if I wore it. I know to wear what in the front, what in the back. Yellow in the front, or brown in the back. You have enough of hair on your crotch to make a wig for Eli.
Oh, boy. Wow. Okay. Wow. Can I borrow some of your hair to make a wig for me?
Yeah, take this.
Thank you. Yeah.
A landing strip.
Come on, where are you? That was your comeback?
No. My comeback is this. If I got so much hair on my crotch, you got more hair on your nipples. That's my inspiration.
So that just tells people that I was naked with you. That's okay.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah, that's it. All right. Whenever you haul ass, it takes you 3 trips.
What is that? A whole ass?
Whenever you haul ass.
Oh.
Haul ass, it would take you about 5 trips.
Oh, yeah? Well, at least when I hear the Rocky song, I don't get worn out.
Oh.
What the hell does that mean? Holy crap. You've been smoking something good. Stay away from Eli. You get your gynecological exams at Petco.
And you get your rectal exams at the plumbing store.
Oh yeah? For you, Super Bowl Sunday is going a week without breaking your toilet.
That's a good one. And for you, Super Bowl Sunday means you make it to the toilet on time.
Oh! So now you choose to be funny.
There goes the stash.
Leave that mustache off. It's distracting me.
You're choosing now to be funny.
It looks like Ron
It's
Jeremy with that
your wet
mustache.
upper lip. That's what it is. It's your wet upper lip. You got to leave the real hair on there. That's it.
Where do you
Oh,
get?
you want me to roast you?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's your turn.
Every single time you go into the pet store, they all turn around the other way.
Holy crap!
Pervert.
When you go to Fire Island, the deer walk backwards. Where do you get your clothes? Queen Latifah's dumpster?
Oh,
When you look at an ice cream cone in public, the women run away.
All of your ex-boyfriends started a gay support group.
And all of your ex-girlfriends are in the cemetery.
Be careful, one of them was your grandma.
oh, and
yeah.
time. 3 minutes.
Oh, wow. That was it.
Wow.
That was really hard. That was hard. Yeah.
Wow.
I'll tell you, the Gagooch really was hitting him hard.
Yeah, Gagooch came out of the
Not
gate.
angry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was not good. How about, yeah.
You know what the problem is? You know what
I love you.
You know what the problem is? His mustache came off. He made him more vicious.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
aggravated
I'm
him.
going to glue it on for Eli.
So, Kristen, how are you feeling after that battle royale right there?
You know, I'm really not good at like coming back at people like that, like unless like we're in a conversation and we're talking. But I always think of what to say, like 2 months from now.
Right.
Like I should have said this, or I should have said that. So I will admit that I am not good at that.
So why don't we come back 2 months and we'll finish
2
Yeah,
months
yeah,
from
we
now,
have
we'll
to
come
finish-
back and we'll do it. I'll message him later with all the insults.
Have it a little later on the
Hey,
ride
by the
home.
way,
They'll start
yeah.
flooding
Her and
in.
Mandy Jones going to be waiting to kick my ass.
Yes.
Mandy's going to
Popular with the ladies these days. The
Mandy's
Gagooch.
going to say, I paid for dinner, you kick Benny's ass.
All right, Scott, we'll start with you, man. What do you think about Kristen's performance here?
We got to give her a number.
I think we got to give her a number. You know what?
I didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to be generous here because I think you need it here. I'm going to generously give you a 6.
Okay.
6.
Thank
Very
you.
nice from Scott. Scott, what do you think about her?
Well,
What you do right, what you do wrong?
what she did, well, when it ended, she did something right. She said, "I'm not good at this." And when
Yeah,
you know,
I'm not.
Yeah.
but if you know you're not good at it, you avoid it. You stay away from it. There are certain things that I'll keep out of my act, and I think a lot of guys will say that's not material for me. You know?
Right.
So, and also for a woman, I think a lot of women are very, very insulting. They can't take it because nobody wants to do it back to them. So,
Right. For Benny, for Gagooch to just go right.
but here's the thing. So, because of that, you don't get a lot of practice at this.
Yeah.
You know, guys, we're
Yeah,
ragging
you
on
guys
each
are
other
always ragging on each
constantly.
other. Yeah,
Yeah.
women
So
are
it's
very
different.
careful, and it's always a hidden meeting, and you're like, wait, did that bitch just say that to me?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yeah,
You know.
it's not-
so
it's not
I
the
don't
same.
think you have a
Yeah,
lot of
no, we
practice
don't.
with it. And usually when women rag on, it comes across as being angry.
Yes.
Guys, you can see that it's
You can
different.
joke
So-
back and forth, but
Yes.
when a woman says something to you, it's like, really? And then that's the end of the friendship, and then that's the bitch forever, and yeah, it's
But
it's
you know
different.
it. So
Yes.
for that, you get a 6. And I
All right,
think
very good. That's a good score and a great explanation
job.
behind it. All right, Frank, what do you give her?
I got to give you a 5.
That's a 5. It looks like a
Yeah, I changed it
messed up
numerous
6.
times. I give you a 5. I think your problem was, I think you're just a little too nice to do roasts.
Yeah.
You know, I don't think you wanted to go for the jugular. I don't think you have it in you to be mean. And unfortunately,
Yeah.
roasts, they not necessarily have to be nasty, but they have to be a little bit mean-spirited.
Yeah.
And I don't think you have that in you. And there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
You're a
Just
nice
not
lady.
me.
Yeah.
Thank you. I mean
Very
to
nice.
myself, not everybody else.
All right, Pat.
I gave you a 7
Thank you, Pat.
because
Nice.
I felt bad for you with the mustache falling off. That could throw anybody off. That could throw
No,
anybody
I'm
off.
not there. She's still on.
Right,
No.
I shaved that shit. Wait,
you
come
beat me
back
to it.
here. Were you that late?
All right. Well,
And the
let's-
hairy
slacking
nipple
off
ones.
today.
That was bad.
You thought you were roasting one of your girlfriend's ass. And
Yeah.
no, I got hairy nipple.
Yeah, he's like, of course I got hairy
Everybody
nipples.
knows
I'm
you got
Italian. All right, Kristen, great
All right.
job. We'll bring in Eli now.
Good job, Kristen.
Yes.
Thank you.
Roasting, like every round, brings out the best or the worst out of each comedian because it
Holy
demonstrates
shit.
what their pros and
He
cons
changed
are.
his wardrobe.
Wow, yeah,
Baby
look
New
at
Year.
it. He's ready to rock.
I heard my name coming out this man's
Oh,
mouth, so I'm
shit.
ready.
Oh, wow.
Eli
This
is
guy-
in
this is gonna
character
be
now,
heavy
too.
duty.
Yeah.
He's gonna be
Once
heavy
we get them both in, like, now Eli's got his battle hat on, his battle armor. He's a former Marine, and this is how he's ready for battle with his Happy New Year hat.
I think he's going to be in trouble, Eli, because he took the thing that had me with him is he took the Met hat off. So that's right. That's,
Oh, he's back. Omaha. Got to call it audible on that.
and I love the Mets, so he was. Oh, he got it back on now. All right, you're back.
All right, he's back in action.
Went down that bat pole real quick.
Wow. Well, Eli, I'm glad to see you. You seem to have the adrenaline going. You're ready.
Well,
for fight.
I was back there chilling, minding my business as I do,
Right.
and
Heard that a lot of
this guy
He just did.
said my name. I'm like, hold on, he
10
battling
shots.
Kristen. I see who he worried about, but it's all right. I'm happy to be here, y'all. I'm happy to
Just
be
did 10
here.
shots of tequila over there.
Yeah, you know.
I was looking out for you. I was gonna get you a nicer wig. Hey, you look like you would look like Joe Capella's son.
We ain't even start the time yet, but I hear you. I hear you. He's doing one of these. He's reaching.
Yeah, he's trying to get in your
He's
head
reaching.
early. He's trying to get in your head early.
Joe Capella. You pick up.
I know Joe Capella. It's like right now he's watching.
Can't even hear it. Getting
He's home minding his own business, and he's getting dragged into this.
Captain Lou.
You got to see
Yeah,
Joe Capella.
He went off the shirt. It was like Captain Lou.
He's got to get the little
Rubber
the
band.
little beard with the rubber band in it.
Joe Capella, Brentwood Zone, where I'm from, my stomping ground.
We love you,
Brentwood
Joe.
Zone, we love Joe Capella.
B Wood. B Wood.
B Wood, baby.
Hell yeah.
You're Brentwood too?
Nah, but I've been around there doing some
Oh, I'm
things.
sure
You know
you
what I'm
have, my
saying?
friend.
Yeah.
I'm sure you have.
Hell yeah.
So, all right. So, Eli, you saw the last battle. You saw that he mentioned your name.
Mm-hmm.
Now you seem to be all pumped up and ready to rock and roll, and that's the kind of thing I love to see. Benny, Gooch, does this make you a little nervous?
I'm not nervous at all. I ate a Mexican food before.
Oh, shit.
I haven't heard that before.
Now he's Mexican?
Yeah, all of a sudden. I haven't heard that before. Still, he's reaching. He's reaching. I see that.
All right, I'm ready. I'm ready.
You ready?
to go.
You guys ready to do this? 3 minutes.
Let's
go. And let's do it.
Ladies first.
Ladies first, you son of Don Amici. You came in here with that silver hat. I thought you were at Prince's funeral.
Nice try, Da Vinci. Nice try. Nice try.
Oh.
All right, check this out. Look, don't be mad at me because Ilios ain't make you the mascot. All right.
Oh, all right, Helios. Yeah, you eat of the good stuff.
Yeah.
You look like you were dishonorably discharged from the Salvation Army.
Wow. Wow. That was weak. Just like your mustache.
Hey,
Yeah. I'm not talking to you right now. Come on, bring the heat.
you work security in a strip club and still can't get laid.
And I see you there spending the money.
You can't get laid with women anyway. When you were in the service, you wanted to be stationed in Greenland because you thought it was an island made of weed.
No, that didn't work for me. That didn't work for me. Don't once again, he's always upset because somebody burns pizza rolls. You know what I mean? You got that whole outfit, but you be burning pizza rolls. Come on, you. Not right. Go ahead, try your next one.
I'm going to make you a pig in a blanket. You son of a beach.
Oh.
You definitely buy your clothes on Fire Island because of Jimi Hendrix is in drag.
Oh, you brought Jimmy into this. Oh, that's what's up. I appreciate that, and I don't think
come
Jimmy
on.
does. Yeah, that joke was just like the pizza box and your dignity. Bunch of nothing.
Oh, snap.
Bunch of nothing.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're so ugly you could scare a hungry dog off a meat wagon.
That's all you got, Ragu?
Ragu, what? Oh, you've been giving out Italian brand names and you think you funny? Ragu, Elio's Pizza. Oh, what's that, Don Amici, what's that son of a bitch that made SpaghettiOs, and that's funny. Oh, spaghetti. Oh, Alfredo's going to say a joke to me and I'll just say SpaghettiO. I'll just say, you tried all the
SpaghettiO.
rest, now try this and shit.
Nah, but didn't you use spaghetti on the last show? Oh, rinse and reuse. Look at that. Look how Italian you are. Falling off, just like your career.
Oh, at least I got a career.
Yeah? Didn't last that long.
I love the way you done with your hair. How do you get it to come out of your nostrils like that?
Oh, man, that was a good one. That was the only good one.
Yeah, come on. I'm waiting. What are you? Ranzoni Sonaboni. Yeah, come on.
What happened? That's it.
Barillo.
You lose your mustache, you lose your mind. That's it. You don't know what I'm saying? I'll bring it up at least Italian stuff. You ain't say nothing but Italian accent. That's it. That's nothing.
What are you? I was talking cannoli before. How are you gonna?
We understand you like double stuffed cannolis. I get that.
And time. Very good, guys. 3 minutes of roasting.
I had one more.
Let's hear it. Let's hear it for just for goodness sake here.
All the humans sprang from apes, but you know spring far enough.
Very good. All right. So Eli, you came out pretty heated up, ready to rock and roll. Yeah. You fired off, like you said, some brand names of Italian foods. How are you feeling after that roast?
I feel real great. You know what I mean? I was just showing the representation of what he was, and that's all the secondhand shit. That was just it. Now, it is what it is. I love battling the gagoots. You know what I mean? Even though there's nothing lengthy about it. But it's always a good battle. I like battling him. He
Unlike
comes with that
you,
energy.
you're a bigger dick.
I know what I have, but I don't flaunt it. Don't get mad at me because I was gifted.
All right, so we'll start with the judges here. I think we go with Frank this time, who starts it off. What do we think?
I'm gonna give you a 6.
A 6. Very nice.
I think that you didn't
better
really
than your
roast
5,
him.
too.
Yes, 6s I can make. 6s and 9s. I don't think that you really roasted him back. You were just more answering back to what he was saying and just kind of using the, kind of the same thing over that making fun of the Italian, and you didn't really come up with anything all that to get him. But you were comfortable with it, so that's why I give you a 6.
All right, 6 is very nice. What do you think, Scott?
I'm going to give you a 6 also. It's a tough thing. It's hard. I see going after the Italian once, twice. It's funny 3 times. It's got to be something else. I mean, that's his gig. He's here to put you on the spot. That's what, and he does it. He's got material. So how you react to that? If somebody was heckling you from the audience or anything else, you got to get your game up if you wanted to take it on, or you're just going to look at him and go, you need that.
You should have had some.
You definitely had the spice. You had the attitude.
Yep.
He had a lot of spice. That's all he was throwing spice.
I didn't mean it like that. You know what I'm saying?
I'm surprised he don't say oregano.
You have the oregano, but you just got to light it up. You know what I'm saying?
Pat, what do you think? What do you give?
Well, I agree with what both of them said. You weren't really creating jokes. You were answering back. But I gave you a 7 because of the Met hat.
The Mets. Yeah. There you go.
Omaha.
No, I think it was good. I think overall, I agree with them. You got to also remember all the Italian judges. You got a judge full. All these judges are Italians. You had to piss them off.
It wasn't about that. It had nothing to do with that.
I was just teasing. But yeah, I think,
Maybe not for you guys.
You need more of a punch. He was going back. They were like a schoolyard when they're going back at each other. They weren't really thought out.
Right. Yeah. You should have insulted him more. You should have had the insults ready to go.
Should have been a
not
little
just
more
react.
I think
a little
again,
more
it might have
prepared,
been kind of the same thing with Kristen. He's a nice guy. You don't want to go, nasty on people. So
because Benny's stupid. You know that. It takes him an hour and a half to watch 60 Minutes. Have lines like that. They're ready for him.
Yep.
That's not nice, Scott. I'm gonna make you disappear later.
Oh!
Well, good job to both our contestants in the roast battle. Gagoots, we'll get ready for the Wheel of Jokes coming up very shortly as we get ready for the Wheel of Jokes. Now, guys,
good job for Gagoots all the time. Bring his A game for these poor guys. Oh, my
Grazie, my friend.
Let me say
Grazie.
that both contestants are doing a great job. This is not easy.
This is not easy.
Anybody,
if you notice, that's why we're here judging and not participating.
Anybody that's watching at home that doesn't do comedy and stuff, this is not easy. I mean, it's easy to sit at home and say they should have said this. That's after the fact. This is not easy stuff.
No, I agree.
And
totally.
I think you guys are doing a great job, both of you.
Yes, exactly. Give an applause for our contestants for going through all these rounds and doing it again. This is their second go-round. Both of these guys are the winners from their past episodes, and the winner does go on to round 2. And we will stress again for everyone to go and vote on our fan poll, because that will give the winner of the fan poll gets extra 10 points added to their total and could really make the difference in this whole thing. But I say, too, now you guys...
What are we watching now?
It's not coming from that side of the room.
It is muggy in here.
it's very hot in here, yeah. But I will say, guys, we all kind of grew up
because Benny was
doing
sweating.
what we used to call snap.
Well,
You guys used to rank out
Rank outs and
Yeah,
burn.
yeah.
Oh, burn.
So that kind of prepares you for this type of a thing. Were you guys good at the rank outs?
Well, even when you do a roast, like we've been in a few I've done a few roasts and stuff. You have to. It takes you a while. You got to sit there. So coming off the cuff,
Right.
Well, but you have a day to realize if you're going to rip Benny apart, you should try to have a few
Do a little research
like
on
Benny has. Benny has stock jokes he probably uses every week.
Right.
I just,
Mix them up, get more personal.
Even his insults are reused.
I just want to say for the future comics that come on the show, let them know that they can prepare insults to fire back, because I thought that if I would just have to feed off of what he said and then answer back. I didn't know that I could actually prepare with insults.
Oh yeah, always prepare.
I didn't know that.
Always prepare for insults and
And if you had 2 weeks, you would have been perfect.
Right.
yeah, because then you thought about it 3 weeks after.
My hair's not really black.
Well, now we're getting ready for the wheel. Benny's going to be bringing in the wheel very shortly. But dude, keep up the comments coming in. Like we said, both of these guys. I also want to thank all of our judges for showing up tonight and being a part of this show and showcasing.
Yeah, having a lot of fun. It's a fun
good
show.
time.
Yeah, it's a fun
yeah,
show. Having fun.
So now the wheel's coming in. The Gagoots is bringing in the wheel of jokes. Now the wheel of jokes. I'll explain it. Are you ready to?
Sure, he's blocking my face with the wheel of jokes. Thanks.
That's what the audience wanted.
You want to block me? You can block me. Sam.
Oh, I'm blocking.
Hey, we don't want to see
Oh,
Benny.
we see the wheel. Okay.
You don't want to see my dick bumper either.
So Sam, we do definitely want to know about the dick bumper.
Yes.
Yeah, Benny invented the wheel.
We're adjusting right now. We're adjusting our cameras, getting everything set to go.
It's just a pizza. It's just a stale of pizza.
I can't see it from here.
It's a tutti frutti pizza. Look at all the
Tutti
colors
Frutti,
on that.
yeah.
Oh my god!
And you
Yeah,
can't even.
that's good enough, Sam. I think we can see the wheel enough for them. All right, you ready with the graphic? And Benny's going to take us through
He's gonna get
Might
the
have
clever.
run that
rules
wheel. Look
of
at
the
that.
wheel of jokes. Once we get the camera set up, and I think we're looking pretty good. Sam, how you thinking, buddy? Sam, our engineer extraordinaire, coming through.
Nice job.
Stan, all right, Stan.
Sam rocks. We got, believe it or not, Pat
actually
Marone
stayed awake
is
this
sitting
whole
next
show,
to me
too.
still.
This is great. This is great.
All right, Gagoots or Benny, tell him what's going on with the wheel of jokes.
Don, the wheel goes round and round, my friend. Okay, like Jerry Garcia said, the wheel is turning. Pass me that joint.
There you
I know
go.
you're gonna go into a John Lennon song. I'm just watching the wheel.
I'm
go
just
round.
watching the wheel go round. Yeah. All right. Anyway, from knock jokes to political satire, Don, a comedian should always be armed with a hilarious anecdote, not antidote.
The audience needs the antidote.
I need the friggin' antidote.
I gotta change that spelling.
So no, don't. It's good. So you should misspell a lot of words
Yeah,
so that
just to
I
keep
just
you on your
stumble.
game.
Yeah. And they're like, that friggin' Benny's got a stuttering problem. I said, no, guy's got bad punctuation. So each comedian will spin the wheel of jokes and must tell a funny joke with a setup and punchline for whatever categories they land on. They will each have 3 spins.
3 spins, so 3 jokes potentially, unless they land on the. There's also a few extra little things in there, like an extra 5 points or negative 1 point, and then there's some free spins in there and all kinds of stuff. So, just so everyone knows, I will tell you the categories. The categories are knock knock joke, dad joke, mama joke, children's joke, observational joke, corny joke, hacky classic joke, best celebrity impression, and political jokes. All right, so I hope you guys are armed and ready. Yeah. You went first, the last one, so
Yes.
Eli goes first now. Eli, spin the wheel, and let's see what you land on.
Oh, it's got noise and everything.
Yes.
This is
By the way, you can tell all the comedians who haven't been booked this weekend because they're tuning into the show.
Oh,
And
Very good.
they're judges on the show.
Right.
what did it land on?
Exactly.
Children's joke.
Children's joke. All right, Eli. I'm dying to hear Eli's children's joke. Here we go, folks.
What do you call ghost poop?
What?
Boo boo.
That was good. That was great. It's a children's joke. That was great. All right, spin the wheel again, Eli, with your boo boo. That should be your opener.
You should close with that.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
What is it?
Mama joke.
Mama joke. All right, here we go with the mama joke from Eli.
Oh man, there's so many. All right, I'll go with the yo mama so poor. When I went to her house, rang the doorbell. She stuck her head out the window, said ding dong.
I never heard that one before. That's a good one.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
All right, here you go. This is your third joke, Eli. You're killing it so far. Keep going and spin it.
I have a battle between a couple. Come on, give me yeah, boy.
What do you get?
Instant 5 points.
Instant 5 points. So you get some extra 5 points added on.
In the world, as we say, Kobe.
Wow. Wow. Okay. Very good. You got your 3 spins in there, Eli.
There you
2
go.
good jokes out of it, and then the 5 points.
Can I
So,
say?
wow,
Can I
you really
say another
stacked
one
it.
We got
just
a
for fun?
You, well, do you want to go 4?
No, you go.
No, we'll
No, I
ask
just wanted to say one for fun. It don't got to count.
All right, go ahead.
I really wanted to say it. Go
ahead.
Oh, go ahead. What joke you got? Go ahead.
What do
Why,
you?
why don't you give it to Kristen so she
Right.
It's a competition, sir.
Yeah.
What do you call a gay milkman?
What?
Dairy Queen.
Very good, Eli.
Okay.
All right, Kristen.
All right.
It's your
I'm
turn
ready.
now.
I'm ready.
All right.
Ready?
Spin the wheel of jokes.
How are we voting on this one?
Oh wait, we gotta do the. We gotta,
Oh, you have
I'm
to do
sorry,
the vote?
my bad. We
Okay.
gotta do the.
That's all right.
The
Yeah,
we gotta-
yes.
we gotta-
We gotta score of Eli's
Points.
score. My
Yeah.
bad.
Well, we
Yeah,
only
yeah,
have
yeah.
2 jokes to really score Eli on.
Yeah, because the wheel works that way. You could get bonus points or you could lose points.
But he did good on both of them.
yes.
So I don't know. This
So I
is,
think we start with you, Scott, on this one. What do you think for Eli?
Well, actually, this is going to be my highest score for anyone for the night. I'm going to give you a 9 for both of those.
Wow,
jokes.
a
That was
9.
good. They were good. They were good
Thank you.
jokes.
Thank you.
And you really didn't hesitate much, and that was it.
Yeah, both jokes I've never heard before either, which was the boo boo. One and then the other one.
I just like the way he
mom.
delivers them. I'll be honest with you. I
Yeah.
really think your style, your character is who you are, and the way you speak and everything.
Don't let it go to your
pattern.
head, Eli, all right?
I mean,
Killing my buzz, man. You're just killing my buzz.
no, but that's all right
No, thank you,
because you
appreciate
could
it.
bomb with that attitude too. Just
I love
as easy-
bombing.
Yeah,
I love
just
bombing.
he loves bombing.
Gotta enjoy it.
It's
But I give
military
you
days.
9.
again.
I give you 9.
Yes.
That was my high
It's
score
days
for the
of-
night.
Very good. All right, Pat, what do you give? If you could.
I gave him a 1. No, I gave him a 10.
A 10. Wow, Eli gets the 10.
My dyslexic friend. Though.
Thank you,
I
sir.
think it was the ding dong joke that put Pat over the top.
Let's go, Mets.
I thought it was a ring ding. It wasn't a ring ding. I got to. He got a 9. No.
And Frank, what do you say?
I gave you an 8.
An 8. Yes.
I like
Take
it.
that.
I like your style. I
He
like.
originally gave you a 7, and he
I
said
did.
we were giving
and
him
I
a
changed.
higher score.
No, I thought about it. I said, you know what? I
There's
said,
an eraser, you know.
yeah, I don't need the eraser. It's economy of movement. You don't need an eraser.
I thought it was an hourglass. Your
You know.
time's up, sir.
Right.
Your time's up.
Yeah, there you go. No, I the same way like as Scott said, if the joke works or it doesn't, your attitude and your demeanor, just like you go with it. So I like it.
Very good. Very good
you.
scores,
Yeah,
Eli.
but to me, I think that has a lot to do with it. You know, when I watch a comedian,
It's all about delivery. It's a little bit of everything. Every little bit of everything. And now we move
They
on
both
to.
have that. They both have.
Yeah, they both have a very great stage presence, likability factor.
Yep.
They both have a little edge to their vibes.
Yes.
And I like it. But I think that's both what stand up makes a good stand up comic is the first impression, having a little edge, having a great presence, and then the material.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in that order, but those are all the ingredients.
We get the gist.
And also, if you got the looks, like myself. But no, I think you guys are doing.
Oh my God! Look at the time.
That's a wrap, folks.
I just want to see if these guys were really listening to what I say. All right, so we'll now go further ado to Kristen Tinsley.
All right, here we go. Oh my God, please don't want to.
Tentative on that wheel.
She's gonna buy a vowel, I think. I don't know.
Oh, a mama joke.
Mama joke. Yes,
All right,
yes.
here we go. Your mama's so fat. When she tried to upload her picture to the internet, she broke it.
Nice.
Second one.
Here we go. Second one. Spinning the wheel of jokes. Kristen Tinsley. Where's it gonna land? What's it gonna be?
Corny joke.
Corny joke. Here we go.
Corny joke. All right. All right, let me think.
Take anything from Pat's set.
Oh, that's hacky joke.
Here's a corny joke. Why did the chicken nugget cross the road?
Why?
Why did the chicken nugget cross the road to get to the bar?
Why?
To get sauced.
It's corny. It's corny. Exactly. It's exactly what it needed to be.
Frank thought you meant horny. That's
Right. You made me say that.
All right, the final spin here for Kristen Tinsley.
All right.
Let's make this one count, Kristen. You rocking it so far.
We'll see.
She's doing good.
Yeah.
Lose a point.
Shut up. You fuck.
Is it really?
Again.
Oh, should
I
I
have to
spin
spin
again?
again.
Oh, very good. Spin again.
It's better than lose a point.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm on
Lose a point. Lose a point.
Where's Vanna White when we need it?
No, I passed it already.
Dirty joke.
Dirty
All
dog. Right down your.
This is your wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse right here.
Come on, right here's your wheelhouse.
What did the lesbian say to the vagina the first time she met him? First time she met her, actually. Hey, squirt.
There you go.
You could have used that for the corny joke too.
The horny?
Yeah, horny joke. Yes, and whenever I hear the word squirt, I get a little movement. So I'm just saying, no, but very good job there.
Yeah.
Very good job,
I
Kristen
see now.
Tinsley.
You're starting to grab my leg now.
Is it human in here?
All right, so I think you did very good with those jokes. I think, excellent stuff, Kristen Tinsley. Pat Marone, we'll start with you. What do you think about Kristen's jokes?
I gave her a snowman. I gave her an 8.
An 8, yes. What do you think of them?
Yeah, funny. They were funny.
Very good. Frank?
I gave her an 8
An 8?
because she her jokes hit exactly what the categories were supposed to be, and they were good.
So it should have been higher than an 8.
Nah, come on, don't get carried away.
Scott, we'll just turn this thing over here.
You know, it's going to be another high score of the night there.
Wow, a 9. I think it was the dirty joke. The squirt.
Two nines. Multi's hit your mark. And
I think it was the squirt that got you going, isn't it, Scott? Very good, very good.
It didn't hurt.
Surprise, surprise, right in the eyes, right?
Why, you got hit by it?
So now we're going to,
It didn't hurt.
Goots, if we could please get the wheel, and then we're going to
this freaking wheel out of the way.
It's
No, I
fuck-
can't even see the contestants. Stupid wheel you
Hey,
got.
there he is. Hi, Pat.
Let me see
How
what the
are ya?
wheel looks like. Oh, there it is.
I do want to give a big hand to Benny Gagooch Rizzuti for everything he does for the show.
We don't know exactly what it is, but whatever you do, Benny, we appreciate it.
Benny does a lot. He does everything.
Yeah,
Everybody
Benny's good
loves
people.
Yeah.
He's the man.
My
Benny.
Benny-
friend the Rizzoot. Guy
Yeah.
with three
Sometimes
rings.
he's the woman, but he's usually the man.
Benny does everything from books the show. He is responsible for the wheel. He does so much for the
so
show.
it's his fault.
Benny is the man. So I love you, Benny Gagooch
Pat, you're a
Rizzuti.
card. You ought to be dealt with.
Every week he's got to come up with jokes, roasting jokes. That's not easy.
No. Pat, you should be on the stage. It's leaving.
Oh.
Joke my father used to tell.
All right, so Benny, we're going to do the 5-minute sets real quick. I think, because it's 5 minutes each, so we're right about on time here.
All right.
So we're going to see what we'll do is have each of you guys, one at a time, do your stand-up. So who goes first? I think it's
They're
you,
going to go
Kristen.
on the main stage, right?
Why do I have to go first? I just went.
Push your way through.
Well, we're
Because
just
he
going
went
back and
first,
forth.
he
Yeah.
went- yeah.
So Eli, you could just step out and just let her have the stage.
Step
platform
off,
all
Eli.
yourself. Peace. And Benny, tell him what this is all about.
Hey, Don, this is what it's all about. Hey, you're stepping on my lines, you son of a Mama Luke. Anyway, okay, Don, I'm going to tell you what it's all about.
All right.
This is the round that we've all been waiting for, fellas. This is where we get to see the best 5 minutes that each comedian has. This is the best of their stand-up sets. This will show us the skills that pay the bills.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so I'm going to introduce you.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's all welcome the very talented and lovely Kristen Tinsley.
Thank you so much. You know, I'm really happy that you guys are clapping because most of the world that we see today is full of nothing but depression. Have you seen some of the comments that are going around Facebook about poor Kobe Bryant that passed away? It's horrible. And I got to thinking to myself, what are people going to say about me when I pass away? She was a nice girl. She was an animal lover. Her tits looked great only when she was lying down. She was kind of a funny comic. She was a writer. And then somebody else is going to come along and say, yeah, but she ate too much. Fuck her. The world has gone crazy. I'm telling you, the world has really gone crazy. Have you seen some of the stuff that's on TV lately? Have you seen it? I was watching the Men channel, the Men's Entertainment Network, and they have this show called The Kings of Pain, where two dumbasses go out there and test the pain levels by getting bit by animals that don't belong on this planet at all. Okay? I can't wait for the YouTube videos. I can't wait. Some stupid asshole from Texas gets out there and decides to find out what the pain level is about getting bit by a great white shark. I can't wait for that. But if women did that show, it would shut down the whole world. And let me tell you why. Because women breastfeed. Could you imagine what the pain scale would be if women got on there and said, you know what? Grayson's hitting about a 9.5 on the nipple biting scale over here. That shit really hurts. But Grayson, he's the winner tonight. 9.5. 9.5. Another thing I can't believe that's going on in this world is some of the TV shows right there. We have run out of ideas. Have you seen Dr. Pimple Popper? Dr. Pimple Popper. The other day she had some guy on there that had a third head growing out of his back. And the interesting thing was, he said he just got married. And I'm looking at the fiance on the television screen, and I'm like, whatever happened to, if you see something, say something? What are you hiding that head underneath your Sunday's best when you were walking down the aisle? Are you out of your mind? Dr. Pimple Popper, are you kidding me? She had to elevate herself up to be a reality star doctor. She's got to pay for chefs in the house. Could you imagine walking into her house and be like, oh, I'm going to prepare lunch for everybody. Here you go. I made you a tuna fish sandwich with extra mayo. I ain't eating that. I ain't eating that. And I'm fat. I ain't eating that. Oh, man, let me tell you something. Facebook is really getting out of control. Everyone's getting sent to jail. Everybody's doing all kinds of crazy stuff. Pretty soon, before we know it, is what's going to happen is there's just going to be a blue thumbs down sign in the middle of nowhere. And they're going to tell you, when you get out of Facebook jail, that's when the thumb sign's going to go back up, and that's when you're going to be allowed out of jail. I'm telling you, everything, the world has gone absolutely insane. We're running out of things to say. Insults to each other. What are we going to say? I'm going to take off my boots so you can smell my feet because they be stinking. How do you like that? That'll shut you up, right? You're going to start seeing, we're running out of things to fight about. You'll be walking down the street, be like, there goes that bitch right there. There goes that bitch that stole my status. There goes that bitch that reposted my status. Here, Karen, hold my earrings. Is that it? Am I out of time?
No, you're still good. You got another minute to go.
Another minute to go? That's what my last boyfriend said. He said, I got another minute to go. Can you hold out for me? I'd be like, I don't know. The batteries are running kind of low on my dildo. I don't know if I can hold out for another minute. I really just don't know. My legs are cramping up. My vagina's gotten numb. I don't know if I could do it. I don't even know how you got past the dick bumper. For the low, low price of $9.99, ladies and gentlemen, I can teach you how to create a dick bumper because nothing gets through that. It's a fat flab that hangs over your genitals, and it'll keep your son or daughter a virgin for life. For the low, low price of $9.99, folks, meet me after the show.
Dick bumper and time. Good stuff. Kristen.
Thank you. Thank you.
I enjoyed that, Kristen. Good job.
Nice job.
Had some funny stuff going on in that set. It's a way different set than what you did the first time on the show.
It's always different.
Yeah, I really appreciate that. We're going to go to our judges now and get their take on everything. I believe we start with Pat Marone.
You started me last time.
Did I?
Yes, you did, but I'll start again.
All right, we'll do it.
I gave her a 7.
7, very nice.
7, yeah. I thought, very good. Just my only critique is that she should get to the punch faster. Okay. You know, and I like when you're theatrical and stuff, and the way you sell it with some of the jokes you got in there. But nice job.
Yeah, the energy really came in when you did the pimple popper stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, Frank, what do you say?
Does she hate pimple?
Give you a 7.
Nice.
Yeah, good stuff. I do like the same as Pat said, as Don said, bringing up the energy, the inflections in your voice added to the sell of the punch. But as Pat said, a little more economy of words. It'll help you
Tighten things up.
Yeah, when you do a 5-minute set, you want to just hit them set up punch. You want to get all your funniest in there right away. It's not like when you're doing a half-hour set or something like that. You still want to get to the funny fast, but you want to get you're giving you 5 minutes is best. You want to just hit them. You want to keep hitting them. You know, that's the only thing. But everything was excellent. I'm not
you got
knocking
good material.
yeah.
Scott, what do you say?
I agree. 7.
Wow, 7.
I thought it was really good. And I agree with the same thing. You don't want to massage the jokes too much when you have 5 minutes.
Okay.
You know, sometimes when you massage them, they'll go over better. But when you got 5 minutes, you just want to hit them, give them things to remember. When you leave,
Gotcha.
when you leave.
Excellent job.
When you got
Good job.
fired up with the pimple stuff and you're outraged,
Yeah.
that's, I think, when you're at your best.
And we were ready for it
Yeah.
too because you primed us for it. You know,
Yeah.
And again-
you were building. It was
And
good.
again, you're telling jokes in front of
Right.
four guys in the room.
Not
And,
yeah,
and it's
really.
not easy, you know.
Yeah.
So you know, it's difficult to think.
when you're in front of an audience, you got a little more energy
And in
out
front of
there.
Oh, absolutely.
and in front of
yeah.
and
Just
in
sitting
front of
here,
5 people that are watching you on
sweating.
Facebook.
I'm not worried about that.
There's thousands watching.
Yeah,
Thousands.
thousands, millions.
Yeah,
Okay,
just not
cool.
our page.
Yeah, they're watching other stuff.
They're
Yeah.
watching, they just didn't click on it.
Right,
They're
we just
watching.
need them. And your votes count, everybody. Remember, now we're going to bring in Eli Velasquez for his best 5
All
minutes.
right, come on, Eli.
Eli
Your turn.
Velasquez, everybody. All right, Eli. Are you
Sup?
ready? Are you ready to rock and roll?
Sup? I'm chilling like a villain, still killing.
All right,
ready,
are you
man.
ready to rock and roll? We're going to get into 5 minutes.
Yeah, that's all I got.
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
I got somewhere to be.
that's his best 5. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Eli Velasquez.
Hello,
Give it up
5
for him,
people.
everybody.
Hello, thank you. Hello to all the 5 people on Facebook. Yes, as you guys know, I'm a Marine. I'm also a minority. In the year 2020, you can only hate one. I like your energy. You know, also being a Marine and a minority, I'm also Puerto Rican. So as the racists would say, I'm Mexican. It's a great feeling. They always tell me, hey, why don't you go back to your country? So I look at them, I'm like, you first. Yeah. But life is interesting, and I have pet peeves, just like everybody does. You know, one thing I hate is, when you're trying to show something on your phone, and people just, jump ahead of the gun. Like, for example, I was at work talking to my friend. I'm like, yo, because he just got a cat. I'm like, yo, I just took a couple pictures of my cat yesterday. Them shits is fly. Check this out. So as I'm looking on my phone showing pictures, he just starts hovering over it. And I'm like, yo, hold on, player. Unless you're ready to see a dick pic, I suggest you back up. It just annoys me. I just don't like that. You're invading my space.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. 35 years old. I'm single. Just started jumping on this new dating site. I'm new to the internet world, so I jumped on this new dating site. It's called Pornhub. Yeah, what do you think I use my dick pics for? We all got goals. You know what I mean? So far I had a couple hitbacks, but, still keeping my mind open. Another thing that I've been dealing with lately that seems to mind boggle people, and then they try to throw it against me, which I don't appreciate. I was at a red light, right? Now, I drive a 2012 Chevy Sonic. It got roll down windows. So I'm at the red light, and all of a sudden this guy starts walking, and he's like, yo. So I'm like, what happened? So I reach over, and I roll down my windows, and he coming up asking for direction. He just stops. He's like, damn, they still make those? I'm like, dude, what the fuck? Is this a Yelp review? Like, what do you want? He's like, look, man, you don't need the attitude. I just want to know where Target is. I'm like, first of all, Target is down the street at the light, make a right, and it's right there. He was like, look, man, you need to get a better whip. I'm like, you need to keep it moving because you're walking. Bye. Didn't look totally cool when I had to reach over and roll up the window. Just didn't appreciate it. I have to do extra work on top of an argument. It's 2012. Obviously, we came into World War III, almost. And I like in my act I like to add some inspiration. And I got this thing called quotes. You know what I mean? They're very inspirational. Some people don't like them. Some people do. I don't care. You know what I mean? It's just like, something on the table. You can either pick it up and take it with you or just leave it there. So I'm going to give you some. You tell me if they're good or not. First one is, you need to stop treating people like a lost and found. Casey Anthony. Okay, we're using our brains a little bit. That's good, because now you're understanding what you're getting, right? So I'm going to give you another one. You can't let certain things tie you up in life. Don't jump ahead of me. Jeffrey Epstein. Yeah, they get better. I like crossing lines. You know what I mean? People are like, why? I'm like, well, somebody put it there. Let me cross it. I mean, here's the next one. It's oldie but a goodie. It's usually on the even side, but it's very good. Certain things in life, you just got to cut off and leave it in the past. Caitlyn Jenner. I like you guys. I'm liking the energy. Another good one. Life can get shaky. You just got to learn to get control. Michael J. Fox.
Oh.
I like that. I like that. I got a couple more, so I'm going to douse you with a couple good ones. A couple more. I usually don't do this, but I'm liking y'all energy, so I'm going to feed you a little bit more. Next one is, if the world can see it the way I can, it'll be a better place. Stevie Wonder. And that's actually true. It's a sad part.
That's an actual quote.
Yeah, that is an actual quote. I seen them. Nah, all right. Oh, this is definitely a good one. Definitely a good one. Boom. Then it hits you. Bill Cosby. But before I go, I always give myself a real quote that I like to attend to. Is if you have kids, you can relate. If not, you can still relate. After having a son, I realized kids is a handful. Then after having a son, I realized he should have just been a handful.
Damn.
Eli Velasquez, have a
Right
good
on
night.
time. Eli Velasquez. Very good stuff. Wow. This time, I guess we will start the judging with Scott and Trapante. Scott?
I'm gonna.
It's a tough one.
It is tough.
It's all right. I'm just staring at you.
That's what I'm gonna stare back. And just for staring. No.
Stevie Wonder?
Yeah. Yeah, Stevie does this, and Ray Charles does this.
Yeah.
Figure eights and dot. I'm gonna go with 7.
A
I'm gonna go with
7 from Scott. What do you think about the set?
I liked it. I thought it was good. I think you could massage your jokes a little bit better. You know, you got attitude where you don't need it.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I think it kind of takes away from some of the stuff because your material's funny. So, yeah.
That's cool. Yeah.
Outside of that, no, good job, man.
Thank you.
Excellent. Excellent.
Definitely.
Frank, what do you say?
I'll give you an 8.
An 8?
I give you an 8.
Frank.
I liked your quotes. I think you could have delivered them a little differently, maybe a little quicker. I know there was some thought there. With some of them, you had to take a second to think, but just a little bit quicker. And I think some of your jokes, when you were setting them up, they're a little too long of a setup. And I felt that a little bit you were trying to, within it, trying to explain the joke, and you didn't have to. You got good stuff, and just tighten them up a little bit.
Excellent. Good stuff from me. Got an 8 from Frank. And Pat Marone, what do you say, buddy?
I gave him a 7.
A 7.
And I agree with a lot of stuff that Pat.
You're Pat.
Yeah, it's tough getting old. I agree with a lot of stuff that Frank said. The ending with the quotes at the end, you could have been. I agree with that. It could have been a little faster. You didn't even have to get into it and explain it to him. You should have just started doing the quotes. Boom, boom, boom. And well, if you're getting a lot of laughs, you don't want to step on your laughs. And I liked what you did. You did a callback in the beginning, that which Kristen didn't do in her set. You did a little callback with the porn. You should incorporate that more in your act too. Some callbacks. They're always good, big laughs and stuff. But overall, a nice job. I think you did good.
Excellent. Eli Velasquez.
Yeah. Good job.
And now, as Benny, Christian, you can come back out here, and as Benny tallies up the points, we will urge our fans to go to the fan poll and vote again.
job. What was it,
like
yeah,
American Idol?
Yeah, we want to give the fans a voice. This is we're not doing the fan poll in round
Dancing
2.
with the Stars. Eli's got to go.
Yeah. Do you guys want to do anything to entice the fans at home?
Go for it, Kristen.
I can tell you another.
I'm not drunk enough for that.
Prove Benny wrong about the.
I can tell you another corny joke that I wanted to say that slipped my mind. This one's a good one. Why couldn't the toilet paper cross the road?
Why?
Because it got stuck in the crack. I was hoping to get corny just for that.
Wow, very nice.
That is corny.
I
That
have
is
a
very
children's
good.
joke.
Go ahead.
Let's hear your children's joke really quick.
Why did the monkey fall out of the tree?
Because it was dead. I've been telling that joke. That's my favorite joke.
Are you kidding me? My elementary school children tell me that joke.
You want to hear a dirty joke?
That's my closer. That's my closer. Those kids stole it from me.
Put that in your rap thing. You said you asked one of your kids for a joke. You didn't have
They told me that. I told them I was a comedian. They told me that.
No. You should put that in your rap.
Yeah, say that you said it and the kid gave you the punchline.
And then the kid said to you, "Are you fucking kidding me?"
Eli said,
I'm telling you, that would kill just like that.
Eli has one more joke he wants to get off
This
his
was
chest.
bad.
Now
This
we
was
should.
All
bad.
right, we're ready for some.
And I got to be honest with you, Christian. I never knew anyone else ever told
Benny
that.
is
Do you need a calculator?
Got a
Benny?
Since I
calculator.
was little, I've been telling that joke.
Kids that told me that joke.
They got it from me.
So
All right, we're gonna have to do it.
That's how you set.
Yes.
All right. Before you announce it, let's hear his joke really quick.
Oh, this one's real bad. What do you call a red fetus crawling up a woman's leg?
A red fetus
Yeah,
crawling up a woman's like what?
a homesick abortion.
Oh.
All right, you lose.
I would take points off for that one.
homesick abortion.
You can't do that. You already.
Crazy.
I told you it was bad.
No, that was a good one. I like that.
Right, that was a children's joke, a corny joke.
Yeah.
I just spilled the wheel once. That's it. I covered three.
It was a mama joke.
Let's see the results.
Let's got the Gagoots has the
All right.
results of
Wait.
our thing
All
here.
right.
Did you do the math, Benny, or did you have somebody else come in here and do it?
He tallied it up.
I had that kid that gave Kristen the joke. The math for me.
All right, let's hear what you got, Benny.
All right,
Gagoos.
wait. No, before I do that, I want to get back to a lot of people are watching. Esther Forrester is watching.
Oh,
Esther.
How are you?
Greg DeFilippo said great quotes.
Excellent.
Jeff Bosey, I didn't mention Jeff Bosey last week, so because I forgot to mention him, he wrote,
How can
"Thank
you not
you."
mention Jeff Bosey?
And he,
He's the number one
he
watcher.
thanked everybody.
Yeah, Bosey's the
He
He
does.
said,
Yeah.
he
He's a
said,
stalker.
Great show. Yeah, he said great
He's a
show,
good guy.
and he
Yeah, he
mentioned everybody except for Benny Rizzuti. Okay.
Oh, wow.
Because, so that was like Elizabeth Batapede. Batapede. I hope
was
I'm
easy for you to
pronouncing
say.
Elizabeth. Hey,
Hello,
yeah, that's
Elizabeth.
easy.
How are you? Thank you for watching. Hope you put your votes in.
Yeah, there and who was Jennifer Lentini's watching?
Hey, Jen.
Very
A
good.
lot of people are watching, and great Michael Zimmelman, who
I thought it was the other guy.
Michael Zimmelman. He's still
The second
I
time,
like him.
he's got the easiest name. You still can't say it.
yeah, the easiest name. Yeah, it's Bob Dylan. That's why Bob Dylan changed his name. It was Zimmerman or whatever, and he should have copywritten that dead monkey joke. LOL.
Yeah.
So,
Try
all
to
right.
say Scott Schindler.
Yeah.
Okay, so I want to
As a
thank.
I was laughing very hard when they told me that. It was-
I
that was a
myself
good
want to
one.
thank everybody
But
who's
people
watching.
steal
Great
shit.
Yes,
participation.
thank you to our viewers.
And,
thank you for tuning
and
in
they
tonight.
brought the fan poll up. So
Very good.
we got some more. We got
Good.
Brought it up. You got it up.
Yeah, we got it up.
So
we got
let's
it up
see.
to like 50 points.
Raising the flagpole.
Okay, we're raising the flagpole. So, all right. Eli Velasquez got 121 points.
That's what his
That
5
was
points extra.
with his 5 points
Where
extra.
the hell did they come
Kristen Tinsley got 111 points.
Wow.
But
Right.
she is the winner of the fan poll, which means Kristen Tinsley is the only person who's done this show and is in 2 ties.
This is a tie again?
Wow.
Oh,
Wait a minute,
wow.
that's
120.
the man.
What? You can't figure. She got 111 plus
Wow.
10 points from the fan
Yeah,
poll.
121. You said he had 125.
No, it's
One
Is that 121
So
points?
121 to
That's-
121.
Just so you know, don't let Pat do your taxes.
No, I like that. I like
That
that.
just goes to say I cannot be
say
beaten.
125.
I cannot
No,
be. The
all right.
tie means I cannot be
No,
beaten.
no, there will
Listen,
be no
what-
tie. We have to
got
do a
the 120
tiebreaker.
We got the 121. That includes the 5 points when he spun the
Oh,
wheel.
all right. So here's what we're gonna-
Includes.
Maybe that's why I heard the 5 points.
Here's
Yeah,
what we're
yeah.
But
going
we
to do.
took the
The-
other
the-
joke, we
the-
took points away from the baby joke, didn't we?
No,
here's
you
the
didn't.
thing.
No, you didn't. It's 121.
All right, guys.
That
here's the-
doesn't
Pat
work.
heard 5
We're
points. He
taking
thought you
to
were
a
talking about the
tiebreaker.
big.
Yes.
Here's what we do for the tiebreaker,
What are we
okay?
going to do for the tiebreaker?
Making this up on the spot.
Make this up on the spot.
Let's get the wheel back out.
All right, we'll bring the wheel
All
back
right.
out.
Each of you get one joke off the wheel. The judges determine who's got the funniest
Oh.
You got
joke.
a jerk off the wheel?
He done that earlier.
Jerk off.
He
Why don't
we
jerked
do
off
one
the
of
wheel
these?
earlier.
Never mind.
The premises?
Yeah, why don't we do the premises?
Yeah, premises might be easier.
All right,
now.
Pat. Pat is now making up the rules for the show.
No, Pat doesn't want to get covered up by the wheel
He
again.
doesn't want us covering his
wheel
face.
back out.
How about, Benny, if you bring the wheel out, stand in between them both.
Nah, he can bring the wheel.
No,
All right,
let's do the premise. Do you want to do you want to do the wheel?
I think you should do the wheel.
Comment on
Yeah,
the
all right, we're doing the wheel.
right now for me. I'm trying to get my mind ready.
I would just do the wheel because if
Let's just
somebody
do the
lands
wheel.
on the +5,
Get another 10
Ah,
beers.
there you go. This could be a make or break if you get the +5
this is more fair.
or the
Lose a
-1.
point.
Yeah, it's fair.
All right, so
This is
we're
like
making this up.
overtime in football.
We didn't expect 2 ties with Kristen Tinsley.
And I said all them extra jokes.
right now you guys both regret telling the
know.
monkey joke in the.
All right, so
I
let's
just
make
told
sure
all
the
my
wheel
jokes,
could be
God
seen
damn it.
by the camera.
Can you see the wheel?
I think so. This is the fairest way we're going to break this tie. So, folks at home, I told you how important these fan poll is. And here we are in another tie. Kristen Tinsley, in our put up, shut up, stand up history, has tied twice. And here we go. This will be the
Black History
tiebreaker.
Month. I did.
I say, let's go ladies first. Go ahead, Kristen. Spin the wheel, and let's see what joke you land on. And round it goes. This is the wheel to break
5
the
extra
tie.
points.
I know, right?
knock
Knock knock
Okay.
joke. All right, let's do a knock knock joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
The Dick Bumper.
Dick Bumper who?
Dick Bumper, you ain't getting in.
All right, very good. That's Kristen Tinsley and her knock knock joke. What's wrong, Benny?
What's wrong is, before when I looked, Kristen was winning the fan poll, and then someone mentioned that Eli is winning the fan poll now.
Oh,
So
You pulled the Steve Harvey.
No, as of the time that
when you read it,
there was a tie. It can't happen now.
yeah.
All right.
Voting had to be cut off at some point.
Yeah, we got to
okay,
continue.
the voting is cut off.
We do have,
Who's
yeah.
the accountant now? Right.
All right, so, go ahead. So she did her. Everyone remembers her knock knock joke.
right?
Yes.
All right, so now Eli will spin, and let's see what joke you get, my friend. Go ahead,
But
spin
did
the
we
wheel.
vote? Oh, we got to vote for. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I guess we're gonna hear them both out and say which one you guys think was the better joke.
All right, say that joke again, Kristen.
Come on, the suspense is
Oh, you know how? All right. God, I'm only kidding. What we should have did it different.
No one knows which way it's going.
Good day, sir.
What do you get?
A dad, joke.
All right, let's hear a dad joke.
Oh man.
He just used it before.
Yeah.
It could be.
Okay. Can the dad joke be a knock knock joke?
I think,
right?
I think.
in reality,
Wait,
it
wait,
really should. We should have spun the wheel and did the knock, and whenever it landed on both do the same joke because now you're comparing 2 different types of jokes. So make it a knock knock joke.
Go ahead.
All right.
Yeah, all right. We're making this up as
Now
we
you're
go,
taking
folks at
over the
home.
show?
Yes. Yeah, because my ideas are good.
Everybody's helping out. It's a family community vibe here.
I
at
bet.
the put up show. All right, go ahead with a knock knock joke.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Boo.
Boo hoo.
Why you crying?
All right, the oldest one in the book. We love it. All right, so we have.
Where how's that a dad joke?
Not a dad joke. It's a knock knock joke.
You said a knock knock dad
It
joke.
could have been.
All right,
That was
here's,
the
here's
only-
how you're going to solve the problem.
Right.
You put this over his face and you just hit it real hard. And he'll let you know which one hit the hardest.
All right, guys. So now it just basically comes down
this
to
is a tough one.
Yeah.
They were both
Oh, this
corny.
is tough.
It should have been the corny joke.
What do you say? We'll start, Scott. What do you say? Who had the better joke, Eli or Kristen Tinsley?
You know what? I'm gonna go with Kristen.
Kristen gets a
I'm gonna
point.
go with
Thank
Kristen.
you.
All right, there's one. All right, what do you say, Frank?
I'm gonna go with Kristen because
Oh,
it was a callback.
Very good. So, I don't think Pat. What do you say?
doesn't matter what.
Yeah, it doesn't matter at
doesn't
this
matter.
point. But
We want to hear.
I was gonna say Kristen.
so Kristen
Oh,
is our winner. She advances. Wow! In a
Thank you.
tiebreaker.
that joke did it for
Yeah,
you.
but his
Wow.
was a callback too because he did the boo thing.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, but the poo poo joke.
What a great battle. Both comedians well deserved to go. Kristen will
Really,
be
you both
going to round 2.
This was a lot of fun.
Yeah, she will
What?
face off against Bonnie Scalise.
Oh, God. Okay.
Oh.
Yes. So I just want to say to both of you
I
guys.
feel like I hear the music from the wow, 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 wow,
Yeah.
when they go out for the guns.
But I like
the guns will be blazing that
Wanna-
night because now I'm going against the girl.
We should go back to the fan voting again. Though.
Yeah. I know, right?
She'll beat me in that because everybody loves Bonnie. She'll beat me
The
in
fan
that.
poll, just so everyone's clear.
Smear campaign.
Just so everyone's clear, the fan poll closed as soon as Benny announced it. That's how the fan poll works.
Right.
He can't, so we
Well,
always
Eli
say,
got on his phone and told everybody
Yeah.
to call.
Right.
Now the fan poll is at 50% each, so
Yeah,
that
yeah.
works
So
out.
it's next- yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so what's the tie?
So
Yeah.
here's the thing. Here's the thing. Next week, for the round 2, there will be no fan poll, so we don't have to worry about this drama anymore with the fan poll. But we are bringing
Who
it back.
started this fan poll shit?
We are bringing it back later. So, Kristen, thank you again. Eli, thank you again.
you.
That's
Eli,
our
no
show.
shame, brother.
No, you rocked it. You rocked it. That's our show
You
for
guys
tonight.
both did a great job.
I want to thank both of our contestants for coming in, and of course, thank you, judges, for what you guys have brought. It's been a blast. Make
Had a good
sure
time.
you
Thank
follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and Put Up, Shut Up, and Stand Up. And also, if you're interested in being on the show, email us at putupshutupandandup@gmail.com. Also, be sure to check out govsradio.com and Facebook Live every day, as there are a ton of great shows here in the studio all week long.
Don't look so excited.
Also, make sure you come out to Governor's Comedy Club and support live comedy. Tonight, Big J. Okerson is here. Not too late to come out, check it out, get your tickets, and watch him. He's a great comedian, and he's here, right here.
And Don's buying tickets.
And I'm
Right.
getting tickets for everybody. Yeah. That's in next year. Well, I'm Don Sill. On behalf of everyone here, I want to say thank you, good night, and always be funny.
Thank you
Peace
for
out,
having us
everybody.
tonight.
Yeah.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, man, you were great, man.
Thank you.
Good stuff, man. Thank you. Thanks, Angela. Thank you, buddy.